Good night, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Good day. Welcome to another live stream. I'm excited to see everyone and of course have a lovely discussion tonight. I already see some people here in the chat. Hey Jamaican, you are saying not all roses are red. Wow. Okay, I see. Hey Keisha, what's good? He- Hey ML Shaw, hey Jordan, hey Matt. All right, so guys, as usual, as you don't know how the thing goes, hit the like button as soon as you get in. But yeah, sound off and let me know who is here with me. Hey Jev, what's up? Hey Tamari, hey. Good to be back on your live. I love having you here because you always drop in the info. I love the guy with the info. Yeah. Um, but you caught it on the playback. Yeah, and I always appreciate guys when you're able to catch the playback. I appreciate it. Hey Hask. Um yeah, it's been a minute. Why do us like this? Hey KL, what's up? Guys, listen, I've been having these random, lightheaded situations and then I can't really say it on YouTube, especially the fact that the stream just started, but my started to BLOOD. And yeah, so I'm like, all right, you know what? I just need to take care of me. I think a lot of people maybe look at YouTubers and think, oh, it's an easy lifestyle, but sometimes you don't get a day off, you don't get sick days, you just have to keep going and going and going. And sometimes, your body tells you to stop, and my body's been telling me to stop, so I stopped. All right. What? Oh my God, T with the new do you guys like it? It's so funny. I was sitting here and I was doing my makeup and I said to myself, well, I'm wearing blue. I should try a blue lip, but okay. I'm glad that you guys love it. Yeah. Um, hey, Sunny. Um, you have an imbalance. Um, Well, I mean, granted, I don't like going to the doctor, and I think I said this on Coach's Decks. I don't like going to the doctor. My assumption is right now that it's probably just the fact that maybe I blow a little too hard, and yes, I do have sinus issues, so probably. But you know what? I'm praying for the best. Let's just put it that way. I hope it doesn't get any worse than it actually is right now. And another thing I wanted to say based on the whole lightheaded thing, I don't know if I've ever said this, but when I was around maybe 5, 6, I met in an accident, a car accident. My fault. I was pretty adventurous when I was growing up, and I was in a coma for about a week or so. But it's part of the reason why I don't really like outdoor activities and stuff like that. So when my head starts to hurt me sometimes or get lightheaded, I start to think back to that moment. But I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. I've been living, my life, and I want to keep living my life. You know what I mean? All right, so I have a great show planned. I want to talk about Tiffany, James, Ross, or is it Rose? Rose. I want to talk about Brianna, and of course, we can discuss the rest of Carifta, and of course, anything else that you guys want to talk about. Cause y'all want to talk about a lot of stuff sometimes. So anything you throw at me, then sure, I'm ready. Hey Cecile. Listening from NYC. Thank you. Hey O'Shane, what's up? Been waiting, you're late. I apologize. I apologize. Hey Sir Mike, what's up? Um, could be inflamed sinusitis. Use Allegra. That helps me. Okay, thank you. Um, how are you? Oh, the rain isn't happening here. Okay. Love the head wrap and the lipstick. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Trying something new. I'm trying to give my hair a break, to be honest, and that's why I'm doing the whole head wrap thingy. But yeah, I don't really see me doing it for long because child, I'm getting annoyed at this point. Anyway, let's jump into the first story. So I want to talk about let's talk about Tiffany. So news broke, I believe yesterday or the day before, that Tiffany had been handed a 2-year ban, and I was like, Tiffany? I thought Tiffany retired. You know, that was my first thought because I knew she got married. And then last year I remember seeing on social media that she gave birth. So I was like, okay, just based on how things seem to be progressing, I was like, okay, it just seems like she's transitioning out of track and field and starting family life, maybe going on to new things. So it was kind of surprising when I saw that Tiffany, got a 2 year ban. And I'm like, okay, I could have sworn that Tiffany just had a baby. You know what I mean? But let me wait to hear what they're saying because initially I didn't get the reasoning for the ban. So I was waiting to hear, like, sometimes you need some more details before you really want to give your opinion on anything. So that's pretty much what I was waiting to hear. But I still haven't received anything from AIU's perspective. Tiffany has come out and spoken out again about it, and I'm just going to base read what she said about that. So she's I kid you not, guys. I was talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and I realized after coming back to the stream, I don't know when I fell off the stream. So apparently, I haven't been on the stream in a good little minute. So, what was the last thing everybody heard me say? And then I can get back to the rest of it. I don't know. It seems I just checked. I don't know what was going on with my internet. I was connected to the first internet and not the one that I recently had. And I don't know. Like sometimes I realize my computer switches between them both. Like one drops signal and then it automatically connects to the other. I think probably that happened prior to me coming on, so I didn't realize. And the weaker one clearly is what I started off with, and it bugged out immediately. So I'm on to the I'm back into the good one. But I don't know what was the last thing I was saying because I wasn't seeing myself on stream. I wasn't looking, so I don't know what you guys heard last. So tell me what you heard last so that I can pick up from there because I don't know what was happening. Um, you were quoting Tiffany. All right, so let me go back over Tiffany, the Tiffany section then. Right? So Tiffany, as I was saying, was handed a 2 year suspension or ban. Now she said this all happened at a time when I had to make emergency trips to neighboring states for personal health reasons, and unfortunately, on both occasions, my portal was not updated on time, leading to one missed test prior to this last incident. Then she was asked if she'll be appealing, and she says, no, I will not be appealing. And as it relates to coming back to competitive track and field after her ban, she's not sure, but time will tell. She says she just gave birth, which is something I made mention to. She gave birth in December, so she's focusing on motherhood and spending quality time with her family, which is what I thought, immediately when I saw this news come in. I thought to myself, wasn't she spending time with her family after just giving birth? That was a vibe I got, so it was pretty surprising to me. But for those that don't know, a whereabouts violation, you have to have three consecutively in a 12-month time period. The only thing I suppose to me that is questionable is the fact that she said she had one prior to this last one. So it seems as though only two are accounted for. So I'm not entirely sure how she managed to have three in the 12-month time period since she only made mention of two here. But I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. One, she would have been heavily pregnant for 9 months. God knows sometimes the complications that women go through. I don't think you'll be thinking about anything track related during this time frame. So even if I say okay, 3 months out of that you weren't with child kind of thing, to me it matters not at this particular point in time. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Whatever happened, she may have been having some complications which she may not want to share, and that's completely fine and completely normal. I just don't see how somebody is heavily pregnant and is gonna be thinking about absconding, drug testing. That to me doesn't make any sense. But I still want to notify athletes, or just let athletes know that it doesn't matter sometimes what's going on in your life. It's still your responsibility to make sure that your portal is updated, right? This is your job. This is part of your job. It goes with the territory. So always make sure if you're unable to do it, make sure you have people around you that are able to assist you with getting this done, because you don't want it to affect you and you get hit with a 2 year ban, and then you're contemplating retiring. You know what I mean? That's my only thought. When it comes to it, I don't again believe that there's anything suspicious here, because it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It wouldn't make any sense to be dodging testing when you're not even taking part in the sport at this present moment. To me, does not make any sense, right? So that's my whole thought process with it. But again, you never really know, right? So, but for me, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. That's how I look at it, as I said. So, as it relates to her retiring potentially early, how old is she now? Let me see how old she is, because I didn't even check how old she is. Um, I don't really like when athletes, you know, talk about early retirement. You know what I mean? I'm not really a fan of, that. If there's an opportunity to come back, sure. You know what I mean? I welcome anybody in that particular moment. So I'm not really a big fan of it. But if that's her decision, then we just have to accept it. You know what I mean? But I won't lie. I also did get the vibe that she was, 1 foot out the door. She's 27. So I did get the vibe that she was 1 foot out the door, because I wasn't really seeing her. Then she started her family. And once the women start their family, sometimes they really just want to focus on their family. You know what I mean? So that was the vibe I got. So yeah, it's unfortunate news, but it is what it is. It's just another day in, the sport of track and field. You definitely have to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's. It's still your responsibility to make sure you update your portal. It doesn't matter what's going on. AI, you will not care. They will not care. Your whole world could be tearing down around you. They will not care, and they will still ban you. You know what I mean? So with that said, just make sure, for any athlete out there that's listening, make sure you just do what you have to do, or you have people around you to help you do what you need to do. You know what I mean? Is that UT? Hey, Track Universe, what's up? You didn't notice me at first. What do you mean? um, hey, Claude, thank you. It happened during Champs too. Are you talking about my internet issue? I don't know. I don't know why it seems to be flipping between both connections. And really and truly, I just wanted to stay on the one that I recently got, but it seems to flip between them. And sometimes I'm not really looking at it, so I don't really know that it is flipping. Um, So how can she get banned? Again, as I said, she's only accounted based on what I read for two of the missed tests. But you need three, so I'm assuming that there's another one there, and that's all she wrote. You know what I mean? Um, and it's not a case like Christopher Taylor where, or I don't assume, I'm not gonna assume it's a case like Christopher Taylor where they automatically assumed the foul play and just went straight into giving her a ban. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a situation like that, but you never know. Um, but even before she had the baby, she would have been between some of this time span that I believe that they'll be testing her, that 9 month in out of 12 months, she was pregnant. You know what I mean? So to me, it matters not at this particular point in time. I'm not focused on track and field. I'm focused on my health and my baby. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, but it's still the athlete's responsibility to make sure that they do what they have to do. Because you see, sometimes with these bans, it always leaves a stain on your career, because people are always going to remember that, oh, you got a ban. They don't care the reasonings sometimes behind it. They're just like, okay, you got a ban, full stop, you're on drugs, yada, yada, yada. And nobody really cares. You know what I mean? So to save yourself that kind of humiliation, sometimes I would prefer athletes make sure they're on their P's and Q's. I hate when our athletes keep getting caught up in these situations. Me as well. Who is she? All right. So back in 2016, she won the 400-meter under 20 gold medal for Jamaica. I believe that was the first 400-meter gold medal in the event for Jamaica back in 2016. And also, she's been part of Jamaica's 4x4 team in terms of indoors and outdoors, winning medals on the team. You may see her in like heat sometimes. Um, yeah, I know the pictures on the thing, so you should have seen her picture there. But yeah, yeah, pretty good as a junior. The transition. All right, I'm gonna compare her transition to Janelle. really great in high school, and as you can see from an under 20 perspective, won an under 20 gold medal in the 400 meters. But making it into the senior ranks, she hasn't really transitioned. And sometimes, these, junior starlets don't transition how we expect them to transition. She's one of them. I don't know the reasoning why she hasn't transitioned, great, but it just hasn't happened for her. um Jamaicans getting busted lately. I, I mean, so far it's just been whereabouts failure. Well, then again, there was Ronald Levy, and that was a whole other situation. I don't know, guys. The only one that I do think sounded weird was the Christopher Taylor one, because to me it sounded like he was not, trying to go on about his business and not stop for testing, which to me doesn't make any sense, right? So that's the only one that sounded weird. The other ones, you can give them plausible deniability to say, okay, life happens sometimes. Um, she should have followed the Shelley manual. And what's the Shelley manual, Jeff? Yeah. Plus, I don't think she has run an individual 400-meter for a while. Yeah. Um, Americans get busted every year. People are guess no, a lot of people are getting busted. It's just because one, I don't really focus on it, but every time I go on X, I see a lot of people getting busted, especially from the continent of Africa. The long distance athletes, a lot of them do get busted all the time, right? So yeah, the lip color is given Elaine 2017. Yeah, Elaine had that lip thing going for her in 2000. I was just trying something new, guys. I was like, look here, let's see. I need to stop being boring. Um, but she didn't. It doesn't matter if you're not competing; you're still required to get tested. Once the people turn up to test you, you get tested whether or not you're actively being part of the sport. Unless you put in that I'm retired, that's the only way you're not required to be tested. As long as that's not the case, then you have to make sure that your whereabouts is updated so that when the testers need to come in, they can find you. Based on the date where her sentence begins, she was pregnant. Yeah, that's my thing. So, and then she makes mention of having to travel to multiple states, different states, and it kind of makes sense, especially if you're having complications, and we know that that's a live thing with women, right? You have to make sure that you're on top of that. So it all makes sense to me. You know what I mean? So again, I am giving her the benefit of the doubt to say there was no foul play here. Um, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Yeah. You came to Slay tonight. Love the look. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, she just had a baby in December. Yeah. So again, and let me tell you the time which because apparently this is from, she started, the band starts from 2020, um, 2023. Let me tell you the date. I had the date up. Okay. So the band, it started, what is 6? June? January, February, March, April, May. What? January, February, March, April, May, June. Right. It started from June. June, July, August, September, October, December. So she was like 3 months pregnant here. So I'm not really sure. Roughly, I would say, give or take, maybe 3 months pregnant here. You know what I mean? But I feel weird, calculating when women are pregnant. But anyway, still for me, I'm still giving her the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Carl Lewis, who people have proclaimed to be one of the greatest, three consecutive. Yeah, in the no, it's not just the 80s. It was 1988 to be specific. There are quite a few drug testing failures, cover ups in that particular year. So all of the athletes that sometimes come out and talk about who was caught and who got banned versus who didn't get banned, and Carlos is one of the ones that love to come out and talk about it. And I'm like to myself, the only reason you have all this swagger right now is because America chose to cover up your shenanigans. But don't pretend like you weren't involved as well. You know what I mean? It is what it is. When it doesn't go on record, then everybody can say, well, it's not on record. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Um, and you know what? I've been hearing recently as well, and I don't know if you guys, are paying attention, but A few of the content creators in track and field from an American perspective keep hinting to the fact that there are quite a few Americans right now that are top athletes that are on drugs, and I keep looking at them like, really? You know what I mean? Because I'm never going to say somebody's on drugs. You know what I mean? I'll never say that, but apparently that's a thing. Um, love the head tie. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Dondino. Um, the whereabouts violation is crazy. Are you talking about this particular situation or just in general? Um, then uno no said T is alien auntie. Okay, let's say sister. Okay, let's go with sister. I'm just a few years older than she is. AI, you can appear at any time. That's why you have to update your whereabouts. Yep. Hey, Santorini. Santorini. Yeah. Um, She was pregnant and went away for medical treatment, so it was just communication failures. But she says she need the time for her family. No, all that is understandable. But again, Devon, to make sure that you're, because again, this goes on file and it stays with her for life. You know what I mean? Even when you're going through these things, the AI, you will not care, which is what I said. Me, from a humanitarian perspective, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, there's no way I would go ban her considering everything that she was probably going through in the moment, but they don't care. They're gonna still slap you with that ban, and it is what it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm saying, while she's going on about her personal affairs, someone else needs to be around her that will be able to assist her with those external affairs. You know what I mean? Make sure that all of those T's are crossed and those I's are dotted. That's the point I'm trying to make, because at the end of the day, no, she's hit with a two-year ban, and that's always going to be on her record. She did not look good in Texas, Shakiri. I hope she's well. Are we talking about the relay? You know, I haven't seen it. I heard people saying that she was on this relay. Child, I haven't seen it. Let me go dig up. Let me go on X and see. Because for the life of me, I remember saying to myself that I was going to look up the race, but I haven't seen it. So let me see right now if I can find the race, and then we can continue. Because all I've been seeing from Shakira recently is advertisements, one behind the other. And I just keep looking at them like it's Olympic year. What's going on with all these local brands, that have our athletes as ambassadors, this, that, and the sun? Why am I not seeing these advertisements? I've seen Shakira and maybe 100 advertisements, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Jamaica. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, I'm not seeing anything about no race. If anybody has a link to the race, please drop it in the comment section so I can take a look at it, or we can discuss it. Um, 3 days to the Miramar. I heard she pulled out. Some people are saying she pulled out. Some people are saying she'll be there. I'm gonna wait and see. Um, I have a suspicion some female 400-meter hurdler. Oh, well, I mean that pretty much points to the best one. So I won't call any names, but yeah, I hear you. It necessarily doesn't mean they are taking substances to enhance their performances. It could be cough medicine. No, but it's not even a fact that they tested her and she failed a test. She didn't fail a test. She was not tested, and that's the thing. So testing is one thing and failing a test because maybe you're taking a particular medication, but it's still up your own. It's up to you to make sure that you declare these things. They're not telling you that you can't take medication. They're not treating you as like you're not a human to say, okay, you won't get ill from time to time. But if you're taking something, you have to make sure that one, there's an alternative that will not have, certain banned elements in it. And if there's no alternative and this is your only option, then also make sure you declare. But you still have to declare everything. You know what I mean? So again, guys, and I think I heard somebody talking recently about this whole acne thing, and people taking drugs with acne, and I'm like, no, The beauty sometimes of being a regular person is that you can go take up any random pharmaceutical and slap it on your face to treat your acne. A lot of our athletes can't do that because a lot of these things contain banned substances. And the moment you start to take it is the moment you find yourself in hot water, because this isn't something in relation to your health. This is just, beauty. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna care about that. They're gonna slap a ban on you. So you just have to suffer through all of the acne issues that you have. I still have acne issues to this day. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people are making it look like having acne is an issue. It's just that with athletes, they're unable to use some of these things that are out there because of what it's made up of. Yeah, Carlos is definitely one of the biggest hypocrites, I believe. Just full stop. And I think I saw Blurred, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I think I saw Blurred one day saying how, and I wanted to talk about it, and it's just that I've been having so much things go wrong with my internet around that time, and I just never got around to it. But I think he said Carl Lewis sent in an email to cease and desist or something. No, I don't watch every Blurred videos. I don't know what he was saying, but my assumption it was something in relation to the fact that he has failed drug tests in the past, and then he's always want to say he wants to put Usain Bolt under the microscope, for somebody that's Jamaican from a third world country. How dare you be able to run so fast? You definitely have to be on something. So I think he has pointed out a lot the hypocrisy from Carl Lewis, but it was shocking to me to see that he was sent a cease and desist email. I was like, okay, I'm waiting for somebody to send me one. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. I caught that too. Yes, speculations all over X about six top US runners using. Yeah, they all have it, going on. Thank you, Quasi. Um, Excuses are all invalid, which is why she got banned, because again, the excuses are all invalid. But and that's why I keep saying it's still on the onus of the athletes and the handlers to make sure that these things are handled. Um, you're You're right, T. I rechecked and it was indeed 1988 when he failed. Yeah, man, it was 1988. And it wasn't him alone. There are a host of them. There are a host of them. Not just from America. A lot of the nations back then that were dominating. So I guess Eastern Europeans, the Germans, the Russians, they were all dibbling and dabbling. Um, someone said she's out of Myanmar. That's what I've been hearing too. So I'm waiting to see. Um, Corporate Jamaica needs to do better for sure, for sure. I know me not see one advert. No, don't get me wrong. I don't watch TV, but I'm still assuming that these adverts will be floating around on Instagram and also on X. If it's on X, if it's on Instagram, then I will definitely be seeing it. I ain't seen none, and it's a big, big Olympic year, and I'm like, okay, what's up? What's up, people? What's going on? You know what I mean? This is time to make some money. I see everybody that's in these big, sponsorship deals making bread. And I don't see nothing happening with our Jamaicans, and it's unsettling. It's definitely unsettling. And I'm like, make something work, make something happen. I need our people to be earning. You know what I mean? Yeah. She announced it on her Instagram story. She will not be running. Well, you know what I mean. I never say never. I always, wait to see athletes, see if they'll be willing to come back at some particular point. You may feel so no in the moment, but give you a couple years, you may feel differently. You know what I mean? Um, the entire 2012 relay team. I mean, I just know one that was on it at the moment. One was coming off, and that was Justin Gatlin, and he spent years banned. But they said the thing that he was taking still remained in his system, which is why he was able to run so fast in the latter part of his career. So there's that. But I think I only spot two. Let me know about the others. I don't recall the stories. I just recall Tyson Gay, and which is why the race was disqualified as well. So I remember it being Tyson Gay at the time. So let me know though. Let me know what you know. Shakira is okay because of the Diamond League commitments. Why she will miss Africa? It's not Africa. It's the race is in America. It's in Florida. This weekend in Florida. Yeah. Um. Okay, Ronnie. Let's not even go there. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. that whole thing, that whole case was blown wide open. So don't even go there with the one with Asafa and Sharon. And that was not 2012. That was like 2014, maybe. So don't even go there. Don't even go there because Asafa was at the Olympics in 2012. Sharon, God, I can't remember if Sharon was there. I'm assuming she was. No, was she? There's Shelly. There's Veronica. There was um who was the fourth person on her relay? I don't recall Sharon being there, but it wasn't 2012. It was after that. She pulled out and she confirmed it on Instagram today. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know then. All right, I get you guys. Yeah, but that's a whole month away, Damari. So that's I don't think that's too much running. But again, everybody's been strategic this year. So let us see. Let us see the strategies that these all these athletes are coming with. I welcome it. You know what I mean? I'm not averse to any strategy because of, as I've said, the more you run, other than the hurdlers, and I understand why the hurdlers always match up against each other, but the more you run in these events is the more you show your hand in the sense that your weaknesses are and your strengths are also on show, right? And if you're running against some athletes that they can trump you on any given day, it's not a must that you're always going to win, then you don't want to be showing them your hand because they're going to be figuring out a way to beat you. And then if they, let's use Noah as an example. Once they get into beating you, it's like you never can defeat them. You know what I mean? And you don't want that. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you're heading into the Olympics as confident as you can. You don't want to be second guessing yourself and your talent. So whatever the tricks and ploys are this year, I welcome it. I still want to see some showdowns, yes, clearly, because that's a part of the sport and I enjoy seeing the showdowns, but I also appreciate the tactics because it's also part of it as well. Um because Ben Johnson was the only one who was man enough to confess, unlike cowards like Carl. I don't think he confessed. Ben Johnson didn't confess. They tested his sample and they found whatever drug they found in it, and he was stripped of his medal. That's what happened with Ben Johnson. And then clearly all of the documentaries that followed suit, blah blah blah, came after the fact, right? What had happened was that leading into the Olympic Games, Carl Lewis had tested positive at the national trials at the USA Championships, but they covered it up, right? So that's pretty much what happened. Um, yes, I saw blurred videos. Sweet me how him call him out. Of course, I would have do the same thing. How the nerve of you to come on here. And it's always interesting to me sometimes when people try to scare people, and I tell you all the while, nobody's gonna scare me. You know what I mean? I know what defamation is. I'm not silly. So it's interesting how he has always defamed Usain Bolt's character, and Usain Bolt has not said anything in relation to, suing him or whatever, because everything for Carl Lewis is just a figment of his imagination. Always has been a figment of his imagination when it comes to Usain Bolt. No facts, nowhere. He just keeps spewing, spewing, spewing nonsense. And Usain Bolt could have easily well carried him to court for defaming him, but he just ignored him. And the nerve of you to spend years defaming an athlete and then to turn around and try to accuse somebody of defaming you. I'm like, huh? How does that even make sense? I'm like, okay, so you can dish it, but you can't take it. I see. I see. I'm hearing that it's not out, Denisha, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's a video that resurfaced with Merlin Otti on Twitter. What video? I'm not sure I understand. I missed the name. Who is out of Miramar? Apparently, Shakira is out of Miramar. She announced this on her Instagram that she is no longer going to be taking part at Miramar. And she will be going to Xiamen in China on the 27th. Um, Sharon ran the 200. Why can't I remember Sharon in 2012? I can't. I definitely can't remember her in 2012. I swear to you. Um, all 8 men. I think so. I believe so. I believe so, but they were tested positive at different times. But anyway, the only one that went down was Ben Johnson. So it is what it is. Um Let's not act like Evelyn Ashford wasn't calling out the cover-ups. Yeah, a whole lot of people were calling it out, but it was Big Bad America at the time. Who was going to do anything about it? Yeah, Asafa and Sharon got caught up into some supplements thing. So they had this. What was the guy? He was a I don't remember what his role was, right? But Stephen Francis didn't trust him, right? And he was giving them. He was apparently giving Sharon and Asafa some supplements that Stephen Francis didn't agree with. So he gave them an ultimatum, and he said, "Well, you can continue taking these supplements, or you can get your hide out of my club." Right? And they chose to continue trusting this dude and taking the supplements that he was giving them. And it turned out that the supplements were laced with whatever. You know what I mean? So the supplements themselves didn't have the ingredient in question on the container. So it wasn't on the container, but it was inside of it still. So I think that's why they got off with a lenient suspension. I don't remember what happened to them during the time actually. Were they suspended? I think so. But it was more lenient because it was not on the labeling or anything. So the guy was pulling a fast one, I suppose. But again, I don't know. I don't know how you figure sometimes who to trust in life, right? But as athletes as well, you have to be careful about the people around you because these people mess you up as well. You know what I mean? Um, the Jamaican athletes need to promote themselves too. They don't use their. Oh, great! I'm glad you said this, Denisha, because I've been screaming this for a while now. I remember when people keep complaining about Shakiri, how she's getting all these. I said, what going with the Jamaican? Them. Some of them keep themselves private. Some of them hardly post. Some of them not do nothing for themselves. I'm like, it's on them to promote themselves. Sometimes put yourself out there. Put yourself out there and let brands see that. Oh, people will be influenced by you. Let's put it that way, because at the end of the day, these companies want to make money, right? And if they're going to be sponsoring you in any kind of way, shape, or form, they want to make sure that they get in a return. How you going to get a return on somebody that nobody can influence? Nobody don't know you from a can of paint. If people try to think, other than maybe Jamaicans that follow track and field ardently and be able to call out, okay, that athlete has X medal, whatever, the regular person cannot tell you sometimes. And I'm talking about from a Jamaican perspective, much less internationally, what some if some of these athletes have medals in the first place, what have you done? Sometimes people can't even call that to say, oh, you've had this. And case in point, Sharika is a perfect example. Before Sharika started to win all these 100-meter medals, who in Jamaica didn't know Sharika? All of these 100 meters and 200-meter medals. Who in Jamaica was 14 and Sharika? Not a soul. Not a soul. While Sharika was around there collecting medals year after year, I think the only year she didn't collect any medals was 2017. But from she was out, she was collecting medals. And nobody know about Sharika. You know what I mean? So again, the athletes have to do something for themselves too. I agree. But also, let's just use the big names that I see out here, the Elaines, the Sharikas, the Shellys. What advertisements have we seen? I haven't seen Digicel come out with a new ad. I haven't seen Flow come out with a new ad. Who sponsors Sharika locally? I don't know. I don't know. Water. I haven't seen Water come out with a new ad. You know what I mean? Come on, this is the time. This is the moment to take advantage of the fact that the Olympics is right around the corner and just get these adverts out. But then again, maybe it's a money thing and they want to spend the money. So who knows? According to the Miramar Invitational website, people such as Sharika, Coleman, and TT Terry are confirmed, but no start lists are out yet. Okay. Why is my live not monetized? What do you mean my live isn't monetized? You must be joking. Wait, let me go into this YouTube thing. Cause YouTube wants to be messing with me now. No, I have this thing on, but listen, I don't know sometimes with this thing, I swear to you. Is it that you guys are not getting any ads when you come on the live at first, or what is happening? Cause I don't know. I honestly don't know. But anyway, ads are on. It's monetizing, so I am not sure. Let's keep going. Dina is making the podium this year. This Olympic, she's going to be a problem. I love what I'm seeing for Dina. I love it. I was losing faith. I won't lie. Y'all have seen me on lives before, maybe on individual videos. I was definitely losing faith in her. I was thinking that, you know what, she was going to, fall by the wayside. But I loved this past weekend. I love the strength that I saw in her. I love the fact that her technique did not break a bit. I loved it all. You know what I mean? This just bodes well for her. Not even her 100 meters. I'm not even looking at her one like that. I'm just looking at her two. That 400 meters gave me great hope for her 200 meters. Now, when we talk about medals, it's a whole other kettle of fish because it just puts her in the conversation. Let's just put it that way. It doesn't guarantee her a medal, but it puts her in the conversation, and you want to be in the conversation, right? So when I talk about the conversation, I'm looking at certain athletes. I'm looking at, and I'm not going to mention who I haven't seen yet. When I start seeing them, then I'm gonna say okay, right? So let's talk about the ones that I've seen, whether indoors, outdoors, or just coming off a good last year season, right? So we're still looking at a Sharika in the 200 meters. I'm still looking at a Shakiri. I'm still looking at a Gabby. Um, and as I said, Dina is in the conversation as well. Who am I missing out from last year? And of course, Elaine is in the conversation for me, right? For the likes of Abby Steiner, and I know people are gonna say Mboma as well. Again, when it comes to Mboma, proof is in the pudding. I don't know what has happened with her since she's taken those suppression drugs. Let's see what happens, and then we can discuss everything after that. But for now, I don't know about that. Um, Abby Steiner, she's slated to say come back good. I haven't seen her yet, but she's coming off an injury, so let's see this year. I'm not necessarily putting her in the conversation yet, but for now, I think those are my top athletes in the two. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but yeah, I think those are the athletes for me that I'm focusing on that I think are in the conversation. Oh, Julian Alfred, gosh, I know I was forgetting somebody. Julian Alfred. So Julian, Dina, Sharika, Elaine, and Gabby. Those are my five that are in the conversation when we talk about medals for 2024. Um, you see the 200 meters at Carifta with the twins and the Jamaican girls. Yes, I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Absolutely. And I think I put it into my top races of the meet. I love competition. I love when things aren't handed to Jamaica easily. I love when we have to dig deep and prove our caliber. And I think Shania Douglas did that. But I also saw the twin sisters from Trinidad and Tobago really showing up. I mean, one of them looked good in the semifinal, and I thought she would definitely be on the medal table. The one that was on the medal table, I thought she would be on the medal table, but the other twin turned up in the final, and that was the defending champion. I think she turned up in the finals, and I was like, okay, that's what you do. You turn up and you run. Even though she didn't medal, she placed fourth. It was still a great race. From first to fourth, they all went at it tooth and nail, and I loved it. Um, the drug found was not what he took. Someone on Carlos's team dropped something in his drink. If you ever see my face, I see 240 people here, guys. Please remember to hit the like. I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Listen, when the people start talking about people dropping things into their drink, it they got comminated, the drug got in their system because of something they ate. I give them the side eye. Listen, I don't know about those. I don't know about those things. You know what I mean? Ben Johnson confessed, yes, the drug that Ben tested positive for was because he was given tainted beer by Andre Douglas on purpose. Okay, okay. It seems everybody was going around giving people tainted stuff. Okay, listen, guys. When people talk about these tainted drink situation scenarios, I don't really jump to believe them because that just sounds like you're looking for an out, and it's perfect to say, "Oh, it was from somebody's drink." So I always give people this idea when they talk about those things, and I don't think I'd probably change my opinion on that. You know what I mean? You're probably looking for an out. Yeah. I'm more likely to believe you took whatever you took and you were just hoping to not get caught. You got caught. It is what it is. Um, Everything that Jamaica has accomplished since 2004 was natural and well deserved. The truth about the 80s is that East and West Germany wanted to prove superiority, and and they, along with the United States, were using. Yeah. Hi, Coach X. What's up? How are you? Hey, shorty. And somebody said something about how I spelled what did I spell soft? Listen, I googled it. I googled it, and that is how you spell soft. Oh my gosh. All right, so guys, we're moving on from this because we spent like almost an hour onto this particular topic. Let's move on to I guess Carifta. We can talk about Carifta. Another solid games, I would say, from a Jamaican perspective. I don't really think anything really stood out like wow at me. Um, the Trinidad and Tobago athlete that jumped 650 and she won the Austin Celia Award. I think that was well deserved. Right, that 650 is what seniors are jumping, so that was a great jump. In the long jump, I believe that was under 20, right? So that was a great jump for her, winning the Austin Celia Award and everything. So yeah, I like when awards make sense, and this one made sense because, as I said, nothing really stood out to me that went wapow in my face. Like some years, you get such phenomenal performances, like you're looking around wondering where to, give the Austin Celia Award to or who to give it to. But I thought they got that one spot on, considering, what the mark means just overall, not just the fact that she won, but broke a record, I think, but just how amazing 650 is for a kid to be jumping. Yeah, so that's my thought as it relates to that. I mean, oh, let's talk about the whole Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica drama. So a lot of people have, a different view as it relates to what was said in the video. I heard I don't even remember what I heard, but I just remember here thinking that, okay, based on this what he said, it's he's saying that, Trinidad and Tobago was soft, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people, or a few people in the comment section, were thinking or saying to me that that's not what he said. He was saying that he's soft, but at the same time that kind of sounds weird to say he's soft, but at the end of the day it also still means, if you're saying you don't have to, exert your full energy to defeat the competition, you're still, indirectly saying that the competition is weak. You know what I mean? So whether or not you like it, it was still a job at the competition. So I don't like how sometimes as Jamaicans we like to be disingenuous. You said what you said. I enjoyed it. I laughed. You know what I mean? I had fun. Trinidad came back and whopped it back and, spoke directly to Jamaica. You know what I mean? And say, yo, I've been training to delete them, defeat them Jamaican boys because them Jamaican boys soft. I can't even speak like that. But yeah, that's what he was saying. So I mean, I just don't appreciate sometimes how we want to talk about technicalities. Oh, he didn't technically say Trinidad and Tobago, so it doesn't mean he was saying Trinidad and Tobago was soft, or he technically said he was soft, so he wasn't saying anybody else was soft. And I'm like, what do you mean? If he's saying that he didn't have to exert his full energy, then what's that saying about the competition? That's a dig at the competition, right? So I don't know what's wrong with some of us sometimes. We are so quick to want to pretend like we don't say stuff sometimes, or find technicalities to worm our way out of stuff. And I'm like, if you said it, you said it. Just stand on it. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? He said it. We're having fun. We're laughing along. My only thing about it was that I was like, okay, I know Trinidad and Tobago and Bahamas like to mess with us sometimes, and next year is Trinidad, and I don't want Trinidad to mess with us. You know what I mean? I want us to go to the games and have a fair games. I want it to be a fair games. I was listening to David Riley post coming home, and he said this was one of the best hosted games because he didn't have to appeal anything. The game just ran smoothly. You know what I mean? And that's great when you can host and there's no foul play and everything is fair. The decisions are fair. At the end of the day, there's no question about what happened. You know what I mean? You're disqualified. It's clear as day why you were disqualified. I don't have to appeal it. You know what I mean? There's nothing, shady going on in the background. And I felt like that was happening a lot. Well, not felt like that was happening a lot with Bahamas. And I just don't want Trinidad to follow the same route. You know what I mean? And a lot of people saying in the comment section, oh, um, Trinidad loves Jamaica. Jamaicans love Trinidad. Look here, Jamaicans love everybody. You know what I mean? Jamaicans love everybody. You understand what I'm saying? But everybody doesn't love us, right? And I've seen from, firsthand sometimes some attacks that come out of nowhere. And I'm like, does that even make any sense? Why? Why are we doing this? You know what I mean? So I'm not one of the people that's gonna pretend it doesn't happen. If you all want to pretend it doesn't happen, that's your business. You know what I mean? So that's just my view. I'm just hoping that everything goes smoothly when they go to Trinidad next year. And yeah, let the games go. Jamaica won again as usual. I didn't think there was gonna be any competition. I didn't think the win was gonna be in question at all. I do agree that I don't think this was our strongest team, but this was still an 84 medal haul. You know what I mean? So even though this wasn't our strongest team, 84 medals is a big deal, right? So I mean, Jamaica did their thing. Jamaica did their thing. Another great Carifta games, and yeah, that's it for Jamaica and Carifta. So let's keep it moving. See, he did confess after the positive drug test. Yeah, I remember him confessing after, but I was just saying that the confession came after the fact, right? Um, Asafa and Sharon's situation got reversed because there was no proof that they took it. I don't recall it being that way. I could have sworn that it was because of the labeling. I'm gonna have to look back into it, but there was something about the labeling. They tested positive for the thing. They tested positive for it. That's why they were in the problems, right? So it wasn't that there was no proof about it. It's just that the thing that they took, the supplement on the labeling, it doesn't identify that particular drug that they tested positive for to be part of the thingy. So I don't know. um, but I think that's how I recall the story going. Um, I remember nasty job. What? Why am I reading this? Yeah, Jev, all of these things. There's karma at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You may be winning. You may be winning for a short time, but yeah. Dina saying she wants to win the Olympics, needs to sit down and get out of La La Land. No, you have to go after your you have to go after your goals for sure. If that's what she wants to, get, go for it. Go for it. You have to be positive. Um, they got a little cash in their pockets now. They're chilling. I guess. Remember when Ray Steak tried to slander Elaine last year about drugs? He did. What did he say? I don't remember that. Um, Scotia, right? Scotia and Waters are sponsors. Thank you. And I'm not saying anything. What's going on? And these are the biggest of the big athletes that we have present. So if them not going for them, where's anybody else? I can't donate. Okay, I'm not sure. Speed, what's happening? Why you can't donate? But if you're unable to donate, feel free. I think I have my yes. It's in my description. You see PayPal there. Please feel free to use the PayPal option. I appreciate it. I've been oh no, see it came here now. Okay. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it. What is Kishain hiding? I get to Kishain shortly. Let me just make sure I get back to some of these comments here. Julian Alfred, yeah, for sure. No, I remembered her. I felt like I was forgetting somebody important, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, Julian Alfred." Do you think Shawnee Miller will show up? I'm not sure what she'll be doing because I'm sure she said that she'll be trying to do the multis, and I see people saying she'll still be focusing on the four. So until I understand what she's doing, then that's when I'll be talking about what my expectations are for her. But I don't know right now. But if it's the four, then I'm looking forward to seeing her do something good because she came back last year right after, popping out a baby and was still running good. So, I mean, Shawnee is that girl, you know what I mean? And she'll be coming out to win another Olympic medal, you know what I mean? So let's see. Another Olympic gold medal, not just a medal of gold. Um, I thought Shania would do the 4-2. No, she focused on the 1-2 at the Carifta trials. So because she focused on the 1-2, she came third in the 100 and she won the 200. So again, they only take two athletes for Carifta. right? So she was not able to make the 100-meter team, but she made the 200-meter team. That's why she only participated in the two, right? So that's what happened with her. Hey, TSC exclusive, what's up? Shawnee will be a contender over the four. You hear them excuse ya. This whole drinks thing to me doesn't make any sense. I don't buy these drinks. I hear people talk about contaminated food, contaminated drinks. Listen, I don't buy none of that. I don't buy none of that. When I hear people talking about contaminated anything that they took into they ingested, I'd be like, mm-hmm, sure. What are the odds that your drink was just randomly contaminated? um, it was difficult to gauge any Stephen Francis athlete. I won't judge Kishane. Okay, let's talk Kishane. I'm expecting Kishane to be doing good this season. I've been saying that. And my expectation has not changed. Not because I haven't seen them run, and by them I mean him and Sharika. Does it diminish their quality in my mind? Right, their quality is still there. I saw a very interesting take. I don't remember his name. He's an American and he does the same type of content videos, track and field related. And he was talking about the odds Jamaicans have. And I just recall him talking about Kishane and saying that he's a possibility as well. However, he doesn't have any experience. And I thought to myself, did Shakiri have experience last year? Shakira never had no experience last year, no kind of global championships ever, and she walked away with the win. So I don't know why we become selective when we talk about experience. Yes, experience is a major factor, but that doesn't prevent you from going in your first time and winning. If you have that kind of mindset, you can deliver on the day. And one thing I appreciate about Kishane Thompson is that regardless of whoever is running with, he delivers what he has, right? And that's what I've seen from his took to the track, and that's what I expect from him going forward. So even if he doesn't win, he will still be giving you a good performance, if you understand what I'm saying. So let's just take into consideration some of these diamond leagues that will be coming up, and I'm expecting to see him hopefully in some of these meets, right? It doesn't automatically guarantee, number one spot, but I expect him to be in the conversation, be in the mix, mixing it up with some of these guys, the Christian Colemans, the Noah Lyleses, the Fred Curleys, everybody that's just running really fast. I expect him to be mixing it up, right? And that's the vibe I get from Kishane. He's just going to deliver what he has on the day, right? So it was just interesting to me that people get selective when they talk about experience. Now I know for some of our Jamaican athletes, experience is a thing. Like we talk about Oblique Civil, and I've talked about him making sure that he gets the experience running against some of these guys, especially on the circuit, because I think that's what has failed him when he gets to the championship because, you know, he bugs out. You know what I mean? He bugs out on the day, right? So with that said, I'm hoping to see an Oblique Civil run more circuit races this year. Run and not just run more circuit races, but run against the guys that are actually the contenders. Run through the line. I don't want to see Oblique Civil looking around, playing hanky panky. We're not playing these games this year. We're running through the line. Whatever that gets us, whether we getting us first, second, third, as long as we're in the conversation, we're mixing things up with the guys. Great. I'm loving it. But I need to see him become confident taking on these top guys so that when he gets to the Olympic Games, he also holds that confidence and knows that this is something I do on a regular. I'm always running against them. You know what I mean? I'm always mixing things up with them so I can do it here too, right? And he comes out and he delivers at Paris in my mind. No, even though I'm calling these guys to make it to Paris, there's still no guarantee because again, we still have to head to trials. You know what I mean? And there's a lot going to happen this year, and that's why I'm kind of holding back. I know somebody asked me to talk about the relays, but I really don't want to talk about the relays because I have high hopes this year, and I think we're gonna see a lot of interesting shifts this year in terms of potentially the people that make the team. And I want to, construct my relay around who makes it, the times that are being run, your strengths and your weaknesses, and that's pretty much what I want to do. And for now, I don't think I can really do that when I haven't even seen anybody run. Nobody has really opened their season, so I can't really talk about anything really related. But I know that my general thought is nobody is has a preferred leg. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? Depending on the four, I could slap somebody on the front, slap somebody on third. You know what I mean? And I don't want to hear any weird, ridiculous comments that, oh, this person is only good on this leg and this person. Then why are you on the relay? If you're only good for one leg, sorry, you can't be on my relay. That's just my opinion. I don't care if you're one of the fastest people ever. If you can't be flexible and jump on a different leg, you serve no purpose. Anyway, in continuing, let's go. Um hello Basil. What's up? Um it's difficult to gauge. I won't judge. Oh, I think I read this. Did Natalia ever win Austin Sealy? I don't recall, honestly. And I think I was even asking myself recently what was the last one. And I think the last one I remember from a Jamaican perspective was Brianna. I okay. I've questioned a few of the Austin City Awards over the years. I won't lie. I've seen where Jamaicans have done well and they have not been considered, and I believe that there've also been a lot of backlash as well from a Jamaican media perspective where where they've asked the question post games, why wasn't such and such Jamaican considered? So that has happened quite a lot over the years. I don't think has happened this year. I wouldn't be surprised if when Natalia was really dominating and doing great, she was overlooked, because it just seems to be a thing from a Jamaican perspective where people just want us to dim our light because we're too good and we should just, be great and be silent. Like, what? That's weird. But anyway, Trinidad is going to use paint the tone red. No kid wants to listen to that. Wait, who? No, who has paint the tone red? Oh, no, that's Doja. Okay. Yeah, that's Doja Cat. I was thinking about the next girl, Sexy Red. But anyway, yeah. Um, My wife is from Trinidad. Her family love Jamaica. Okay, guys, when I say Trinidadians, Bahamians don't love Jamaican, it's not to say that, there aren't any people there that love Jamaicans. Clearly there are. You know what I mean? Just like there's the reverse. There are clearly Jamaicans that don't like, other small islands. And I've seen that as well. So yeah, there are gonna be people that love the island, and I'm glad that your wife does. But from a general perspective, sometimes I feel, especially even though social media is not a real place, the vibe I get when interacting with other people is that, okay, we have a thing against Jamaicans, and I'm like, why? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's great to know that your wife loves Jamaicans. I love that. Well, then again, she married a Jamaican, so yeah. I thought it was Barbados. That Trini don't like what Rihanna said to Nikki, so I don't know. I mean, if they're all supposed to gang up, I think they gang up against Jamaica, but I don't know. Maybe they all have their own little spots going on. Maybe it's a thing where everybody just has disagreements from time to time. Um, I'd rather see an American win than a Bahamian win, especially after last year. Are we talking about the world? All right. I get that opinion, and I was definitely disgruntled based on certain happenings at the Carifta games. But I love, there's this one particular Bahamian that I'm looking forward to seeing this year. It's gonna be a challenge when it comes to the Jamaican perspective because I really want our Jamaicans to win. But I'm excited to see how well she runs, and that's Devine Charlton. So I get that, and I can't fault you for feeling that way. But just remember sometimes that the athletes themselves really really have good rapport, and the Jamaican athletes get along well with a lot of the Bahamian athletes, and I'm talking about professional ones. Not sure what's going on with the junior level, you know what I mean, because they're kiddies, don't really know what's going on there. But from a senior level, I clearly see them getting along well, so I don't really want to take this bad energy and slap it on them, you know what I mean, and start disliking Bahamians. No, I won't say that, but I can understand your opinion. Yeah. What happened to Adeja Hodge? She chose to sit out this year because she's focusing on the Olympic Games. That was an interesting take from me when I heard she was focusing on the Olympic Games. But I was like, I mean, you can't really knock her. She's a high achiever. Sandals sponsors Megan, yeah. Mhm. Guyana showed up big time. Big. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that was another good point that I took out of Carifta Games Guyana. Guyana impressed me a lot. They didn't really end with a lot of medals. Let me see if I can find the medals for Guyana and tell you all. So they ended maybe like fourth or so on the medal table. Let me see. Guyana was, yeah, fourth with 8 medals. They had 4 golds, 3 silvers, and 1 bronze. But I was still very impressed for such a small program to come out and do so well. I was like, wow. And that's what I like to see. I like to see when there's growth. It's clearly not going to be on the level of a Jamaica, but it gives you hope that you may get to, a few years, you see, well, not a few years, maybe like maybe 2030, or whenever you'll get to a world championship slash Olympic games, and you'll see, a lot of Caribbean nations just feel it up. So right now, my expectation is to see 3 Jamaicans and 1 St. Lucian in like 100-meter women's final. That's half of the field being from the Caribbean, a whole half, right? And then now you may say, okay, drop a 2 Americans or something. Then you say, wow, the whole of this side of the world is pretty much taking up, a 100-meter final. So I can't wait to see the day when we look and we see a Trini. Back in the day, we used to have, what's her name? The Rasta one. After Kelly and Baptiste, what was her name? Gosh, I can't remember her name right now, but yeah. We had there used to be a few Trinis, but I want to see back get back to the point where I see more Caribbean people, entering these events and dominating, making it to the finals, running well, winning medals. You know what I mean? Um, I think Trini has been out of it for a few years as well. Now that I think about it, because from 2008, that was the last time I think they won an individual medal over the 100 meters, and I can't recall on the female side, to be fair. Um, watch 979 documentary. Send me the link, please, Quasi. So that I can watch it. In my free time. I don't know if it's something I watched already, but if I didn't watch it, then certainly I'll watch it again. Um, the test can now prove if the contamination is tainted food, Shelby Hul, which is why Houlihan was banned and Ajay Wilson wasn't. Ajay just lost her national title. Oh, it can prove whether or not the food was tainted. I see. So you can't just randomly say tainted food nowadays. Great. I love the fact that technology is improving as well. So we can, cut some of the nonsense. Um, Okay, great. Shelley had zero experience in 2008. Great example, Jupiter Saturn. Lovely example. So I don't like when we like to play selective with this whole experience thing. When I look back at Shelley 2008, I remember her turning up at trials. Some of the best athletes in the world were there. I remember Vernica was there. Clearly, I keep forgetting her name. She was number one going in. What's her name? Dark skin. Well, all of them are dark skin. Child. Her name is Sleeping, but I'm sure you people know who I'm talking, right? And Shelly still came out, and Shelly figured, and Sharon was also there. Let's not forget, and Shelly still made sure that she was part of the top three. So you have to take those things into consideration when you're in such a high quality field. How did you navigate it? So yes, she doesn't have any experience on the global stage, but she was running against the best the world had to offer in 2008. The best the world had to offer were Jamaicans, right? And she faced up against them. So when I look at that now and I think about Kishane and I hear people talking about, oh, he doesn't have any experience, having, well, let me not say that. Lest I get my chat in trouble. No, my stream in trouble. But anyway, um, so when I hear people saying that, I just think to myself, have you been considering how he has been executing all the races he has been in? Look at how he has managed himself. Has he been looking like he's been faltering? Has his technique been falling apart towards the end of the line? Has he broken down under pressure? Take all of these things into consideration. Then you can come to me and say, well, his experience is going to show that, because that thing is going to get worse by the time he gets to the Olympic Games. But he hasn't shown that. Yes, he hasn't won every race, but he has shown that he's able to hold his own against these top guys, in the world. So I don't like this kind of selective experience. I think Brianna should go to the. She's definitely going. What do you mean you think she should? She's going without a shadow of a doubt. Let us segue into Brianna. Great segue. So I want to present. I'm going to share my screen. Share. No, sorry, not that. Hold on. Share, share, share. Invite. Ah, video file. All right, let me find this with Brianna video. Okay, here we go. Okay, great. Does this have music? Okay. So I think this was a great view of Brianna's maybe last 40 of the race. I thought to myself, God dang it. You are losing. And I honestly call it Brianna Brosi running because I saw her do it. Let me tell you when I saw her, I noticed it. I noticed it in 2022 when she came out running at, was it Central Champs? And she won running the 11.14. And I thought to myself in that moment, what kind of boss running this? You know what? Just run through the line, execute 100% and give me your fast time, whatever your fast time is, right? But yeah, I know the trial, the champs was coming up. So clearly that was the focus and everybody's like, okay, fine. She doesn't have to push it. Let her just, execute when it matters most, blah, blah, blah. But that's what I saw in this race right here. I'm no coach, you know what I mean? So I won't go into any technicalities in terms of her form or anything. But I just remember looking at it and saying, this is clearly bossy running, meaning you're under no pressure, right? For you to look this way and you're running at 1087, you know? Wind, above the allowable in terms of wind. But still, this was a fantastic run. I was wondering if she was, because the first angle that I saw on the race, I was wondering if she was, getting tight, you would say, and her form was breaking apart, why she looked the way she looked in the last 40. But this, the front way shot on it showed me a whole different take. And I was like, okay, I see everybody outside of Brianna are kill themselves, and Brianna just take her time around. And I'm just saying to myself, wow, what happens when you hit that throttle and keep going? What kind of time are we going to see? Would I prefer a better execution over the 100 meters? Yes. From a technical standpoint, her start is phenomenal. I don't know why she has this weird hand motion. Some of you can tell me in the comment section that are maybe coaches or have worked along these kind of lines before if you think that's okay arm action. I don't like it. I think from a technical perspective, there's a lot of work. She has a lot of work to do, but it's amazing when I think about how she looks technically and the fact that she's still so fast with all these flaws that I'm looking at. I look at them and I notice them as flaws. I can't really explain why I think they're flaws. They just look like flaws to me, right? Yeah, but it was just an amazing run. And I just recall looking again behind her, beside her, the athletes that were in tow and just thinking, you can tell who is putting in maximum energy here because it certainly ain't Brianna. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for her other races to come. I'm definitely excited for trials. Again, I haven't seen anybody yet, so I can't really talk about where anybody is gonna place. The only person I've seen right now is Brianna, and Brianna looks good, right? I've seen the twins, but how this season goes for MVP, clearly they start here and they taper downwards. So I love how Tia started as well. Tia started good. I haven't seen Alana, right? So that will be interesting. But for now, Brianna is it seems to be the number one contender heading in to trials to contend with what we are assuming will be the big three, which is Elaine, Shelly, and Sharika. So I'm definitely excited for that, and I know there's much more to come. I see a lot of people saying um, her technique broke over the 100, over the last 40 in the 100. but at the same time saying her 200 is her thing, the 200 meters is her perfect race. So I said to myself, how can you be saying her technique is breaking on one hand, and then on the other hand you're saying but the 200 is her perfect race? You know what I mean? Her technique shouldn't be breaking, because she would still have the strength to go along, to finish that 100-meter race. So that's my thought process there. I don't think she necessarily has a strength issue. I think she has an execution issue for sure over the 100 meters that I want her to fix. I don't like how her last 40 looks particularly. And when I think about not trials, champs 2022, I remember seeing the same thing as well. So that last 40, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a strength issue, but I don't know what it is. But I think work needs to happen there. Maybe somebody in the comment section can explain it a bit better, so that we can get the conversation flowing. But for now, though, I am excited based on what I'm seeing. Um, I've never seen Oblique in a Diamond League. I don't like that, and I wonder why. They were trying to keep him out of those races because he's injury prone. Last year was the first year he's really gone on the circuit, and it wasn't Diamond League circuit. It was a few of those, maybe what did I call them, golden meets, you'd say, right? So let's see if this year we get it, because I've been dying to see it. I've been dying to see him mix it up where it matters, and I think that will help him a lot when he gets to the Olympic Games. Um, Shelly was wet behind the ears in Beijing, so experience don't mean much. For some athletes, I won't say it doesn't mean much. I think it means a lot. Um, for some athletes, getting the experience, being on the stage, and being able to deliver the next time around. For some athletes, they're able to step in and do great the first time around, but not. I don't think that goes for most athletes. I don't think that's the case for most athletes. I think the first time athletes go, for the majority part, they tend to just take that as a learning experience and come back better for the next time, if that makes sense. um Watson was not well known internationally as well. I agree for sure. But again, and that's why I keep saying you have to look at the previous history with these same athletes, because they have shown that when they get on the big stage, they're able to deliver. So I'm saying that to say there's data that you can gather. When they don't have any experience on the world stage, there's still data that you can gather to say, okay, how did they perform when they got to the national trials? How did they perform when they ran in their biggest race? You can still take those other things and put it together to say, okay, do they falter under pressure? Yes or no? You know what I mean? And for those athletes in question, clearly they did not falter under pressure before they got to the biggest stage they've ever been on, which is World Championships for Antonio and Shelley, Olympic Games. Oblique will run better this season. His 200 feet is proof. I agree. And also somebody said to me the last live stream I did that Oblique was saying his favorite event is the 200 meters. I asked them to send me the screenshot, DM me the screenshot, but I didn't get it. If you're on the stream now and you're hearing, I'm still waiting for the DM, right? Because it would be great to do a video on it. But anyway, so yeah, I was hearing that his favorite event is the two, but because he had injury issues, then he hasn't been doing it. So even though he did a video after the race saying that he's not sure if he'll be running any more tools, I believe he'll definitely be running more tools. If well, then again, let me not say if, because obviously the coach is the coach and the coach knows what he's doing. But just from my personal perspective, seeing how great he did, hell yes, you'll be running so much more 200s. Whether or not you can figure in the field this year is a whole different kettle of fish. You know what I mean? But for now, that's a good boost for the 100 meters, doing some more tools. And as a matter of fact, I'd probably have him running more tools this year than I have him running ones. And then as we get closer to trials, maybe I throw him in a few ones here and there, and then go to trials. You know what I mean? Here what me say. Um, this year Akeem will finally beat Noah. Okay, Akeem Blake in one race. Oblique will get silver behind Coleman. Kishane will produce massive results, but the shocker will be Nkrumah. Okay. And by shocker, Jeff, you mean what is shocker? Shocker Olympics shocker or trial shocker? I'm not sure. Personal best shocker? What kind of shocker are we talking about? Because I'm confused. Um, Even if Seville may not do the two at the Olympics, he should yeah for sure, for sure. Shamal Oblique should definitely be on the Diamond League circuit. I hope so. Shelley defied the experience argument. Yeah, I think most athletes, when they get to their first championship, they don't necessarily, and I'm saying this for the majority, when I think back in my mind, kinda, they don't tend to do, the best. But as they go back year after year, then they start to perform much better. Um, Charlton is a nice person. Yes, she is. Shuckleberry, no I run because testing are going way. Well, if she go Diamond League, the testing that's even more stringent. So I don't. Some of America can cover up if not now go on. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, Jeff. Shem Hall will not putting him in these big meets like Diamond League is basically a downgrade to his talent at this point. They better make sure he's on these the Diamond League circuit. Whether he's running the 100 meters or the 200 meters, he needs to be there. You know what I mean? Hey guys, please remember you're hitting to be hitting the like. Please remember to hit the like. Hi, hey Emma, what's up? Are you inspired by Gary Card and Nikai Brom? Wait, where are we getting Gary card? I get the green, but I don't get the maroon. Um your lips, wow. Thank you, Basil. Isn't Hart still in high school? Yes, she is, but she should be going to college come the new term, my assumption, because she has been going around to these different colleges. So she will be go heading there for the new term. But I heard that she said her focus is getting to the Olympic Games. So let's see how that goes. Do you think Terry Long will run sub 11 in class one? For sure. I mean, she's first year class two and she's already so fast. 11:22, possibly 11:01 if with better execution, right? So, I mean, heading into next year, heading into the next few years, for sure. For sure, as long as she continues, progressing, because you never know sometimes with athletics. But as long as she continues progressing, then yeah, yeah. Um, that's a big gamble for Adeja Hodge because I don't think she'll make it to. I think she made it to the semis last time. She made it to the semis at the World Championships. Google. Uh, where do I look to find these results? Let me just search up Adeja Hodge. Adeja. I think I'll be able to see it in her results. I think she made it to the semi. I think she was in the semifinal with Kevona and Julian Alfred. Let me see. Results. 2023. 2023. All right. Yeah, she made it to the semis. So she made it out of the heat. So I think she can make it to the semis. I just don't think based on the girls that are coming out this year, it's gonna be tough to make it to the finals unless she does something absolutely ridiculous. I'm not really foreseeing that, but again, it's still a bigger stage. Still getting, putting her work out there. I mean, would you go for I just don't think going for Carifta gold would affect going for Olympic gold. You know what I mean? In this scenario, I don't think it matters. But so it was interesting to me that she opted out because of that reason. But on a realistic, standpoint, I honestly don't see her making it to the finals. But you never know. Um, Shelly ran on a relay. I don't think that counts. And running on a relay, did she run individual in 2007? No, she ran on a relay. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think that counts. It's not black, it's blue. It just looks black. It's probably too dark. It's blue. Um, Arthur Boland, Debbie Ferguson, Kim Collins, Kellyanne Baptiste, Kirani James, etc. No, Juju, Devine, etc. We're seeing more and more from a collegiate perspective. So I'm expecting these collegians to bid for a spot whether or not they have a trials, because sometimes you don't have a trials. Like in Julian's case, I don't believe she'll have a trials, right? So some of them may not have a trials to contend, but I see a lot of collegiate males as well that will be turning up and females. So I expect to see an influx of Caribbean athletes this year. Whether or not they'll be able to figure on the field is a whole other story, but I'm expecting to see a lot this year. Um, Yes, Michelle Ayi. She's the one I was trying to remember. And yes, Karen Stewart. I don't know why I'm forgetting Karen's name, but yeah, Karen Stewart. Hodges' ego is greater than her talent. World champs. She's so cool. I don't. I don't. Does she have an ego? I don't get that vibe. I don't get that vibe. But it's kind of normal for athletes, to have that kind of ego. So I'm not sure. Um, no, it wasn't Tori. It was I was talking about Karen Stewart. Um. His 2004, 2007, 2008 would have turned out differently. He's by who? Oh, Asafa. Experience is funny. I believe if Asafa won in 2003, which he was capable of, his 2004. Um, I honestly don't know how to really put the thumb on what went wrong with Asafa because he had all the goods to win. The talents, the performances, running against the best in the world on the circuit. He had everything. Going to the major championships. I don't know if it's as you say, where one failure just turned everything on its nose. I don't know if that's the case, but when I take into consideration that he was frequently running against these guys or these males on the circuit and he was beating them, it's kind of hard to really understand. No, then again, that's not true. I understand. Jamaica had a lot put on Asafa's shoulders heading into these championships. Now I remember. I think it was just he couldn't handle the pressure from the whole nation wanting him to win. It's kind of different when you're running on the circuit and you want to win for yourself. But when the whole nation now is expecting you to win, that's a whole different level of pressure. It's unlike nowhere a lot of the other people running can. Even when you look at the women, there's Shelly, there's expectations for Shelly, there's expectations for Elaine, there's expectations for Sharika. So I don't believe at one particular moment one athlete soaks up all the pressure. I believe that pressure is really spread across everybody that's there competing. But when Asafa was running, he was pretty much there soaking up, maybe all the pressure. You know what I mean? Because we had women competing for sure. I remember Merlin was still there. Vernica was running. I remember Vernica in 2004. I don't recall her in 2003. Maybe she was on a relay or something in 2003, right? But just thinking about it, I just think he had maybe all the pressure from a Jamaican perspective on him, like in that moment, and he just probably couldn't manage it. And it is what it is, and it just persists throughout the years. Which Jamaican athlete tested for drugs and is banned? She wasn't tested for drugs. She and I don't like how they put drug on the thing too, because that was interesting as well. But anyway, she missed. It was a whereabouts failure, so she missed 3 tests in a 12-month time period. Now she did indicate that she was having some health issues and she was jumping from coast to coast or state to state, and as such, she failed to update her whereabouts. Um, but my thing is, during this time frame, she would have been pregnant, so I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt that there was anything suspicious going on there. I just think it was just one of those things, but I do also hold the view that athletes still have to be accountable for everything they do because it's a part of the job. Regardless of what's going on in your personal life, you still have to make sure that you make these updates, make AIU or the testings, whoever's doing the testing, aware of what's going on with you, so that you don't find yourself in this situation because this stays on your record and it goes nowhere. They say it wasn't win legal. No, it's not win legal. 2.6, yeah, it wasn't win legal for sure. But it was still a great run. Yeah, it converts to 10.99 at zero win. Kishane is confident. I like that. Yeah, I like that about him. Um, Regarding the Clayton twins, their time will come. Stephen will do his thing. He sometimes breaks athletes down to build them up, especially super juniors. Okay, Clayton twins are doing fine. T, remember Brino run 100 meter for a while. as the season gets more mature, she'll improve that last 40. No, I agree. I think the last 40 was a combination, again, in my mind, of one, her taking it, her not, pushing the envelope, because I didn't see her pushing the envelope based on that front shot. But two, from a technique perspective, and that's why I likened it to 2022, where I did see the same thing in 2022 as well. But as you said, she also wasn't running the 100 meters for years back in 2022 as well. 2022 was her just coming back into running the 100 meters. So maybe, um when I compare the 2 years, 2022 versus 2024, here, it's the same example. You're onto something here for sure, because while I was looking at it and saying it looks the same way, I wasn't taking into consideration that, oh yeah, back in 2022 she wasn't running the 100 meters for a good while, and the same thing again in 2022 24. So yeah, I'm expecting it to get better as she progresses 100%. I don't think she's weak over the last 40 at all. I think it'd be crazy to think a 200-meter athlete is weak over the last 40. If anything, they're weak over the first 40 rather than the last 40, and that's clearly not something we see with Brianna. So yeah, from a technical standpoint, though, I think there's room, there's stuff to work on for her for sure. I don't know. There's just this weird arm action that I don't think I like when I see her running. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just don't think, based on my limited experience, that it's something that she should keep doing going forward. Yeah, she's walking like Terry Long. It was a good race. It was a good race, and the more I rewatch that final 40s, the more impressed I get. Um, Tia will drop further. PB. Tina is building. That was interesting. And that race with Tia. I don't want to be mixing up the names. So she ran a what? 11.12, right? It was 11.13, 11.12, back to back. When I take into consideration that race, and then I think about the week before, where she ran the 200 and she was behind um Tina in the 200. I thought to myself, maybe Tina is the same place. Maybe if we saw Tina come out and run, they'll be running around the same place as well, the 11, maybe 11 O's, because I didn't think that her race was affected by the false starts going on. I don't think that was her best race on the day, but it is what it is. It was a 11.12, great run, new personal best. I think she had more though in that final run, but I'm thinking that Tina is in a run in at that moment, which is how long now? A few weeks now, right? At that moment, my assumption was that Tina is at the same place. When we see them next time around, who knows what we'll be seeing? You know what I mean? Probably something even probably a sub 11. You never know. Um, I'll know me not sleep because of your video about someone being ousted. Only three can go. Lord of His mercy. That is why I'm saying I'm holding my tongue, because right about now, it's good. It's a good worry. It's great to have this type of worry. Let's put it that way. But it's still a worry nonetheless. Because you're looking and you're like, wow, with all these talented girls slated to come out, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? You know what I mean? It's exciting though. It's exciting. It's nerve wracking. It's everything in between. I'm just hoping for the best for athletes. Just to be honest, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that they all get an opportunity to turn up and do well. Watch out. Yes, Lene is another one. I've been talking about Lene from indoors. I've been talking about her. I've been saying how we are gonna split the difference. What event is Lene gonna run? Is she gonna run the four? Is she gonna run the two? You know what I mean? Lene is definitely coming. I'm impressed 100% by everybody being trained in that little Texas professional training group. Um, I think I saw somebody interested on Coaches Dex's channel saying what's up with Kevona in that particular situation. Um, and yes, while I do agree that sometimes we don't know what athletes are going through, so we can't be quick to jump to conclusions. That's true. But I'm interested to know why is all this magic not rubbing off on Kevona too? You know what I mean? I need some of that magic, whatever Coach Flo is doing over there, to slap on Kevona too. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I've been dying for it for years, so he needs to make sure that happens. Um, yeah. So in continuing, I think Lene is definitely going to come out really great this season. What's your thoughts on Buwaji? He looked good. I liked how all the guys came out in that 200 meters and did best their 200-meter best. From a 100-meter perspective, I expect a personal best. Do I expect him to make the team? I'm not necessarily seeing that because I'm factoring Oblique Civil running really super fast. I'm factoring Kishen running really super fast, and I'm also expecting Akeem to be up there. Plus, there are other people that are ahead of Oblique Civil right now in terms of times. Um, Raheem Ford is in the conversation. Ron Watson, all these guys are ahead of him so far based on personal best, and all these personal bests were set last year, including Buwaji. So if you're expecting, and they're all young as well, let's keep that in mind. These guys are between 21, 22, right? So there's so much room for improvement. So for me to just think Buwaji is going to leapfrog them all, I think that would be not be doing justice to the other guys. So I'm just going to wait and see what happens as the season progresses. But I just believe that we'll be seeing a lot of personal bests. Whoever makes it in the top three is what it is. They're all Jamaicans, and we just have to rep them, wish them all the best when they get to the Olympic Games. I think it's going to be interesting. But I'm definitely seeing so far. I think for everybody I mentioned, I'm definitely seeing personal best. Unless something wayward happens in terms of injuries, and God forbid, right? I'm definitely seeing all of these guys be in personal best shape heading into our championships, and the dust will settle after that blazing final happens. Um, Brenna looked like she forgot she was running 100 meters for a split second. It looks like like she got to 60 and she's like, okay, I'm good, and she just started to do this. I'm like, okay, while I'm looking at everybody beside her going, because you can tell how much energy you're putting in the race based on your arm drive, and her arm drive was just, and everybody else was, and I'm like, okay, Brianna, can we put a little bit more effort in it? Oh my god. Let's see. I don't see any Jamaican men medaling in the 100 or the 200 meters. That are your view, Maxi. We see other things. Kishane ran two consecutive 9.9s. Every Jamaican who has done that ran sub. He ran two consecutive 9.8s as well. It's not what, it wasn't 9.9, it was 9.8s. He ran a 9.8.5 in Jaimen, and then he came back the following week. Was it the following week or maybe 2 weeks later? And ran at the Prefontaine, and he ran, was it a 9.86 or 9.87, whatever. But that was consecutive 9.8s. So Kishane is coming. Kishane is coming. He was definitely up there. What was he, fourth or something? I don't remember, in the race in Prefontaine, at the Prefontaine Classic. I remember Omaniala was there, Christian Coleman was there, and Noah Laz was there. Christian won, I believe. No was second, Omniela was third, so that means Kishin was fourth, right? So yeah, he ran two back-to-back sub 9.8s, so that's good. T, are you saying that Liston's coaching staff need to set up what? That Liston coaching staff need to step up, or was it a plan run? I just think that's how she runs. Again, I likened it to what I've seen in previous years with her. So I don't necessarily think it's something coaching. I just think that Jamaicans have a way to execute when they're not under pressure, and that's just what they're gonna do until they're required to really, go all out. Um, and I also don't think coaches from a collegiate perspective work on technique. Over the years, I've said it over and over again that I don't believe collegiate coaches fix your technique. I think they just allow you to, what they call, run in your natural form, which to me doesn't make any sense. If you look at a lot of collegiate athletes, they have the same weird looking running style until maybe they turn professionals and move to wherever you see them start running different. And even when they move to a professional club, some of them still keep the same bad running technique, and they keep that until they retire. As far as I'm concerned, it's only the Jamaicans and I won't even say for the most part, it's only the Jamaicans focus 100% on fixing your technique when you're sprinting. For everybody else, maybe some of them will work on it, but for the most part, especially from an American perspective, everybody just runs however they naturally run. Um, yes, that's exactly what a coach is. Yes, exactly what at Coach's Dex TV said. Um, Karen Stewart was the name. Yeah, yeah, Karen. Johan has been giving me good vibes. All right, guys, I love me some Johan. I've always said you all, I love me some Johan. I, you know what? I wish Johan all the best. Let me just put it that way. Let me keep going. I don't want to start spewing anything. As we said earlier, Americans cover up them top athletes who are on wouldn't be different from she can't run last year airbending airbender, especially last year. What? You guys say some weird stuff. She's a generational talent, Hodge. Oh, she's definitely fantastic. Would I say generational talent? I don't know because I've seen faster at different age groups than her. So I wouldn't say generational talent, but I would say very very talented as well. For sure. Um they'll medal Sir Mac, maybe not win, but Jamaica's going to medal. Sir Mac better stop in eyes over here. And I remember when she win in Doha after she was coughing, still found that kind of suspicious. Who that know? Doha? She was coughing. Who we talking about? Terry Long already running sub 20. Sub 20? Are you sure you're talking about a female? And crewmates should be wary of missing this year's Olympics. What do you mean wary of missing? I don't understand. Um, he's not better than Civil, but he's a warrior and can handle pressure. T, the interview at Carifta was a bit disappointing. Which interview made you disappointed? Guys, allow kids to be kids. Let's just have fun. I have fun when kids are talking. So if we're talking about the whole soft comment, I had fun when the Jamaican said it and I had fun when the Trinidadian said it. I just don't want the seniors, meaning us, to blow this up into something out of proportion and start, playing unfair game. That's all. That's my only take. Um, for Asaf, it was a mental thing for Asafa. For Asaf, it was a mental issue. It came down to championship times. He never handled the pressure. He put a lot of pressure on himself. I don't think it was just him alone putting the pressure on himself. I think Jamaica, because again, he was running against these same guys on the circuit and winning. I think, though, from a Jamaican perspective, he couldn't handle the pressure from the country. I think that's what he probably couldn't handle. It was the same pressure on Usain. Well, it wasn't the same pressure because Usain both had other people around him running. But the problem was that Usain Bolt kind of just, said, well, guess what? I also want to win for myself. So you all want it, I want it. I'm going out to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some people strive on the stretcher, some people can't. Yep, I agree. Um, if team if team 123 comes out in great health, the trials will see him running time. What? The trials will see them running times that only them able to run at this time. I'm expecting our trials. And guys, look here. Let's just be clear. Our trials is gonna be fire full stop. Women, men, 100 meters, 200 meters. Gonna be fire, right? I'm expecting to see the guys in the 200 meters. Will it be crazy times? No, but I'm expecting growth in that department. 400s. From especially from a male perspective, wow, that's gonna be wild. The women as well. Oh my gosh, the collegiates are gonna be coming on against the seniors. That's gonna be crazy. The hurdles. Oh my god. Well, I haven't seen anything crazy to be fair in the male perspective hurdles right now. And oh no, no, no! How dare me, Rashawn Clark? Let me fix something, chat. The women and men's hurdles. The sprint hurdles, the jumps and the throws. We're talking about the long jump, the long jump. The long jump is gonna be crazy. The triple jump. Again, both male and female. Or a long jump. Then again, sorry, there's Akila Smith. How dare me? Look here, Jamaica's. Look here. Our trials is gonna be second to only one country in terms of depth. Let's put it that way. Depth in terms of the performances, and that's probably United States of America. Because really and truly, our top performances may cut off at the 800. No, well, maybe 15, because I'm expecting to see what's my girl from Great Britain that now represents Jamaica, right? I'm expecting to see her. But then again, maybe Aisha Lear will be there as well, so maybe we'll go up to the three. But again, is it gonna be like crazy times in the 3,000 meter steeplechase? I don't know, right? But from our times really, our performances really have a cutoff. Let's put it that way. We're not going to be seeing anything in a 5,000, 10,000. America has people everywhere, every event, pole vault as well, stuff that we don't compete in. So I think our trials is only going to be second to the United States of America. Jamaica's trials, and especially on the sprint side, I don't think America is going to have anything that's going to top us. Maybe, and you know what? A lot of people are underestimating Jamaica from a male perspective with the 100 meters. I'm not underestimating us. If America drop 9-7, Jamaica drop 9-7 too. Me not ask uno, me I tell uno, me speaking it into being. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, right? So, and there's no question about our women. Our women are, that much better than everybody else in the world in terms of the sprints, the hurdles, whatever Jamaica can do in the hurdles, America can match, or vice versa. The same thing with the men. You understand what I'm saying? Let's jump up to the 400 meters. Same thing. The hurdles, four hurdles, same thing. So Jamaica is right there. Jamaica is right there. The only time we can start questioning the performances maybe when we go a little higher now and we start to say, okay, the 800 meters, will Natalia be ready? Because Natalia is really the only person we have. And I've been dying for her to get an individual medal, can I tell you? But anyway, let's see how our season progresses. But, Natalia, then we have plus, I think she runs both the 8 and the 15. Will she be running the 8 and the 15 at the Olympics? Is this a schedule that is manageable? I don't think so. So, with that said, I'm holding off right now on my thought process when it comes to, her being in both. But maybe she'll go in the 8, maybe she'll go in the 15, whichever one. Those are two world class athletes, and then Aisha Laird in the maybe 3,000 steep. What does Aisha Laird run? I don't even remember. Is it 15 and 3,000 meters cheap steeplechase? One of them. She's gonna be in one of them as well. But I think we have a cutoff point in terms of expectations when it comes to medal contention. Let's put it that way. But when we talk about 100-meter hurdles, 110-meter hurdles, 100s, 200s, 400s, both males and females. We'll get to the field events, long jump, triple jump, shot put, not, yeah, shot put, because Rajindra is there, discus throw. Jamaica is in it. And Jamaica is in it. I'm talking with world class athletes that can challenge for a medal. So I'm definitely 100% excited for the future. All right. So moving on, guys. So where was I? I don't remember. I just went off on this long spiel and I lost myself. If Brianna Williams training kick in, then yes, I'm expecting her to be in 10-8 shape for sure. I'm excited because again I keep and I know no two athletes are the same, but guys, it's sorry guys. Okay, one more minute again. All right, guys, give me a minute. At most, I'm just gonna run and pick something up and then come right back. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. When do my lives never get interrupted? I don't know. I'm so sorry. I appreciate everybody still staying. Okay, let's get back into what we were saying. I was at Brianna Williams. Yes. My expectation for Brianna is, even though one, she's just started. I'm gonna use the same thing Brianna Dina's coach used, and Dina's coach said, even though it's the Olympic year, no, even though she's new to the training setup, sorry, it's the Olympic year and we have to get going. So that's my assumption as well for Brianna. So, taking into consideration what happened with Talu, I have to catch my breath. I was running. I always be running. So, taking into consideration what happened with Talu, my thinking is, from a technical perspective, Brianna is going to be so much better. And I can't wait to see that materialize into her running. And then clearly, once you're executing better, then the times will come. So, yeah, I'm expecting good things from her. I understand that it's a little bit too fast and it's definitely adding pressure to her, but I have great hopes for her. I won't lie. Let me catch my breath. So you need to talk with Asafa, get him online and have a chat with him. Most, if not all the time, Asafa entered a major championship, he went in injured. Oh, I didn't know that. That's new information. So hearing that, guys? All right. Hey, True Blue, what's up? Liston is a rare and strange talent. Her strength and favorite event is the 200 meters, but she's fast. She's the fastest collegiate this year in the 60 meters. Maybe she doesn't know how to run the 100 meters. I don't know if you can say she doesn't know how to run the one because she's been running it all her life. Um, so I mean, as you progress, stage by stage, primary school, high school, from a technical perspective, you improve. Strength wise, everything you improve. So I'm not sure what you mean by saying she doesn't know how to run the one because she's been running it all her life. She has had years where she's been injured, hasn't been at her best, but she's still been running it all her life. I do think that from a technical perspective, she doesn't execute it the best. And I've seen it as I said in previous years. So, but that will come with time. So I'm expecting to see her go from strength to strength, for sure. But I also don't think collegiate coaches really help you from a technical perspective. That's always been my opinion. Maybe I'll see something different going forward. But all the collegiates I look at run awful, you know what I mean? And then they turn pros and that coach will help them technically, but I don't really see any collegiates that have like having fantastic form. No. Um Kishane is silent and deadly. Agreed. Oh crap, I lost it. Okay. Akeem seems most hungry. Oblique is the young pretender. I don't like the young pretender thing, but yeah, Raheem wants to make a name for himself. Johan has a point to prove. And there's only 3 spots. So with all of what you just said, there's only 3 spots. So I don't know what to say. I don't know. I was not impressed with Liston's 100. Why, Kevin? Um, what just happened? Sorry, guys. I took a pause. What's that weird arm arm action? I can replay it. Let me replay it. Let me drop it again. I don't know if you can slow it down. But anyway, you see her hand? It comes across her like so. And then there's this weird, I don't know what to say, but everybody's kind of driving and your hands don't necessarily go across your body. Um, but it's not even for both hands, I don't think. I think it's only this hand that does it, and one hand doesn't really go across the body like that. So which is why I call it. So look, you see this hand, this I just realized that you can't see what I'm saying. This hand. So let me see. Let me flip my body. Right, left. Okay. You see her left hand? I think her left hand. No, sorry, her right hand. Her right hand is doing the action that I think your arm should typically be doing, but the left hand is going across her body. So it's not like both of them look like they're in sync. Both of them just look like they're doing some different things. And that's why I say she has this weird arm action. And I've seen it already and I likened it to previous years of her running. So that's the weird arm action I'm talking about. I don't know if anybody again from a coaching perspective can delve a bit deeper in it, but I've always thought that was weird, a weird arm action. Hey T, that Rashawn Clark, I believe he's a monster. Yes, he is, especially since the Budapest debut. Absolutely. Our team is coming this year. Absolutely. I'm excited. Um, what do you think? I think he's coming this year. I think he medals this year actually. I think he'll definitely be able to challenge whatever Chris Carson, what's the other guy name? Dos Santos. Right, Dos Santos. I'm missing somebody. The other Caribbean guy. What's the other Caribbean guy name? I think he'll be able to challenge. He'll definitely be in the top. How much guys did I say? Four. He'll definitely be in the top five. Da, da, da. Veronica was on the 4x1 in Sydney 2000 for 96 and 2000. The pressure was on Ati because of age and longevity before she had Cuthbert and 92 and in 92 and Jackson in 1988. And this year, Kit is a symbol of what's to come. I agree. I agree for sure. Um, did Veronica not take part in any relays in 2003? I don't honestly. I can't recall what happened with Jamaica in 2003. I can remember 2004 very, very vividly. I mean, I sure I can go back and watch videos or check stats, but I like going off the things that I watched because it's more lasting that way. You see, when I watch it in the moment, it's definitely more lasting that way. And 2004 is not leaving me, especially Danny and McFarlane finishing the 400-meter hurdles race and say, "Nobody need to talk about me. Them never think me a commander." I will never forget that Danny McFarlane. Never ever. Oh my gosh. Danny say, them never did a talk about me. But then I think it was on CVM. I swear I cracked up watching. Oh my gosh. Anyway, in continuing, but still to Brenna list on 10-9-0 in Deadwind season opener. It's exciting. Guys, I don't like how sometimes we limit performances to dead wind. Why do we have to limit it to dead wind? We can't get the maximum win to winner. We can't get the maximum win. As far as I'm concerned, that was a 10-8 run. You know what I mean? So I don't know why everybody's saying 10.99. I get that that's dead wind. But come on. What are the odds that you're running a race and it's dead wind? You either have a massive negative win or you have a massive, as a matter of fact, you rarely see dead win. You're gonna see like a positive 0.5, whatever, whatever. But give it like a positive now, even if you don't want to give it a positive 2.0, touch it up like a man. Oops it up like a bit. A positive 1.0, something. That's still legal. Why are we giving it dead wind? Any updates on Alana? Haven't heard anything yet. She has a YouTube channel that she goes on from time to time, but she just talks about, I guess, regular life stuff. Um I maybe we'll see her in Myanmar because what TT Terry is scheduled to be there. They all train the same place. Even if Shakiri has pulled out, the rest of the team will be there. I'm assuming Alana is also part of the conversation. So let us see if she'll turn up there. Um, yeah, Shelly Ann said that's what motivated her. Guys, please hit the like. Yes, guys, please hit the like button. Good body at Keisha. Okay. Why? What's up with you, nice clean self? Keisha? No, stop. Alana Reed. Jeff, I won't tell you why I'm laughing. Keisha knows why I'm laughing, but I won't tell you why I'm laughing. Kevona, can I reach the ceiling? No, she has not. I don't believe so. Racers camper cook, pay attention. I think so, but I think everybody's cooking. I think it's so funny when Olympics rolls around, we see such great performances. And I think this year, though, I think it's gonna probably outdo any year we've ever seen. Not only from a Jamaican perspective, but I think globally, I just love the competition that I'm seeing. Would it break you're saying Bolt's 100-meter world record? Maybe not, clearly, but I still think we're getting great performances this year. Maybe Kevin is focusing on her academics and will improve post college like Anjanette Knight. I hope so. I hope so because she's one of what you call a generational talent. You know what I mean? For sure. Can Jamaican men do something with a 4x4 relay in Paris? Guys, I'm going to be talking about the relays at some particular point in time. But I'm so excited about what I've been seeing, especially from a collegiate perspective. There are a lot of local guys that are running well. There are a lot of collegiates that are running well. Right now, I can't really zone in on a four because so many people look good. I really want to wait until I see more running happening, possibly get closer to the trials, to try to figure out what my real relay construct would be for a 4x4 because right now the guys are killing it too, in the 400 meters. Right now I can't pick four. The guys look really, really good. I don't know if a lot of you are paying attention to what's happening in college, but the college guys are running good as well. And the local guys are going to turn up. So it's going to be a good showdown. Um, Davis still have the same running style. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Kevona still has the same running style. College doesn't, I don't see them change the running style ever. From a technical perspective, I don't see it happen. So am I gonna see them do anything about Brenna's technique? I don't think so. Right. I know she'd continue getting faster and faster, that's for sure. But I hope eventually we definitely get to see her technique. You know what I'm interested in from a Brianna perspective? If she goes pro sooner than we think. So let's say she has a fantastic blowout year this year and she maybe decides to go pro into next year. You never know, or she goes pro next year. My question is, where does she train? Does she stay and train at LSU? Or does she come back to Jamaica, find one club, whether MVP, whether elite, something, and train? I think that's what I've been struggling with. And the reason why I'm struggling with it, because I keep consistently hearing how upset the coach was that he lost Shakiri. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, isn't he also going to be upset if he loses Brianna? You know what I mean? I'm sure he's trying to do everything in his power to hold on to Brianna. So that's interesting. What do you guys think? What do you think would be the best option for Brianna in terms of training? Where she should train potentially when she goes pro? I've been rustling with it in my mind and I can't figure it out because there's a like a loyalty thing where you really want stay true to the people that have helped you. So I don't think I would mind her sticking with her college coach, but on the other hand, do I think he's the best coach? No, I don't think he's the best. So there's that I'm struggling with as well. So I'm like, what does what does Brianna do? You know what I mean? Um, but whenever I see Jamaicans running, I know it's a Jamaican for sure. I'm really excited to see Elana this year, myself as well. Hey, Dib, oh, child, this name Dib Yan Shu Nag. What's up? What's your opinion on Gabby? Slightly windy. Oh gosh, it slipped me to talk about her. Did I cover everything in my? Yes, I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Great. Gabby impressed me a lot, and I was actually thinking um that she is also going to be a strong US contender this year over the 100 meters, and she's going to make both teams. That was my thought process. I looked at her over the one and I said, well, Gabby's making both teams. I don't see three people that are going to beat her. I see Shakiri, sure. But from a Gabby perspective, yes, Gabby still runs haphazardly. I don't like her technique at all. She has zero dry phase as well. I don't know if people noticed because I watched that 100 meters over and over again. She has zero dry phase. Um, she's too tall as well in the blocks. I don't know if that has anything to do with her height, but she just looks like she has zero dry phase. So there's a lot left to improve with Gabby for her to potentially get faster. But yeah, I think she makes the American team in both the 100 and the 200 this year. No, I know it's still early days, yet, but honestly, how many people are we looking at here from an American perspective? I thought that 10.88 was impressive, considering who was in the field as well, and I'm expecting her to be there over that 100 meters in Paris. Um, I know she'll be destroying that under 20 national record. Who, Alana? For sure. I asked you about your thoughts on Gary Card, the under 20 200-meter Carifta champion, and okay. And no, you said if I'm embodied, well, you did say, I don't know what you say, but anyway. And Nikai Bromwell, who breaks the same bolt record. I was impressed. 20.6 for Gary Card, 16 years old. I've been going on and on about it. Well, then again, no, sorry, it wasn't on my platform. It was on Coach's Decks, but still, I was 100% impressed by him. Nicoya Bromwell, clearly he's gone faster already. So that time for me wasn't, surprising, considering his caliber. I'm expecting him to go from strength to strength. And I like these guys that are so multifaceted that they can, they have such range. They run well over the one, run well over the two, run well over the four. So I'm excited to see which events he sticks to, in the future. But for now, I'm enjoying what he has to offer. Johan said he's putting in 100. I heard that, guys, but honestly, that's just 100% anyway. So, let's see. Let us see. I think everybody's putting in 100%. So I don't know. Terry Long running sub 20. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are forgetting that she's a girl. It's not easy to fix running forms. Why are the Jamaicans so good at doing it though? And I mean the Jamaican coaches. Don't count out the second fastest man. I'm not counting him out, guys. I'm just concerned. Let's put it that way. I'm concerned. I found it weird that Gary Card was wearing the 2019 kit at Carifta. I saw a variation in terms of the kits. I think what somebody explained to me is that the guys, the kids just wear whatever they want. So I guess that's it. They just wear whatever they want. Maybe they get the options and they choose that. Okay, I prefer this one over that one. What I do think is that the Jamaicans get more options because I was looking at everybody else and from other countries that are sponsored by Puma and they don't seem to have the variety in terms of the kits. That's for sure. So I just think that they selected the ones that they liked and they just wore that. I mean, think about it. I think all the kits are still available. Maybe other than 2000, I don't think 2012 is still available. I don't think. Okay, I don't think anything past 2019 is still available. But but as long as it's still available, then I think it's up for an option for them. Um, I expect a shocker at the 100-meter finals at the national. I'm expecting great shockers, pleasant shockers, but shockers nonetheless. So T, how are you feeling that Justin Gatlin says that our new kids are the best? Well, I didn't need Justin Gatlin to tell me that. I already know that it's the best. Jamaica's always had the best kids. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. Every year after year after year after year, we always come out and put on a show. This one so far takes the cake. I mean, not only just the design from a design, well, let me not say from a print, not only from a print perspective, but a design perspective. The design is trendy. Let's just put it that way, fashionable as well, fashion forward, right? And then the print is exciting as well. Again, reliving '96 with Ati. So it's just a great look overall. And yeah, I didn't need Justin Gatlin to tell me that. um Russian Clock is a warrior too. They're all warriors. Jaden Hibbert, yeah, Adele Tracy. Yeah, that's the person I was trying to remember. Adele Tracy, right? So Jamaica is gonna have a pretty good trials this year. I'm excited for the outcome. Our trials female 100 200 final will outdo America. Yeah, I definitely think our trials 100 200 will outdo America. Um I think we can match them in the hurdles, males and females. The men's 100 meters, I think we can match them in. Not necessarily the two, but that's cool. The fours, I think we can match them in the four. The four from a male perspective, the four from a female perspective, I'm not seeing them match, but I think our performance will still be good. Um, we can still match them in the four hurdles on the male side. Maybe not on the female side, and that's because clearly they have a world record holder that has run 50.6 in the hurdles, right? So maybe not clearly Sydney McLaughlin level, but I still think we'll be having athletes that are capable of running 52 seconds, inching closer and closer to 51. I'm looking out for Anjanette this year. I've been impressed by her 800-meter runs. As a matter of fact, she's been doubling. I've been impressed by her doubles, meet after meet. So clearly she's working on her strength. I just want her to put it together on the day. It was interesting when she talked about it last evening that she hasn't watched back the race until recently of her falling, and I can tell you I've never watched it back. Typically, when bad things happen to our athletes in races, I don't watch them back. I don't know if some of y'all remember me saying back in 2017 with all of the drama that was going on. To this day, I haven't gone back and watched any of those races. To this day, I can't watch any. So, with that said, yeah, I understand what she's saying. Well, obviously, it was even worse for her because she's the athlete in question. But I'm hoping that things go perfect for her this time around. She's able to just put her race together because she definitely has the quality, and I'm dying to see her run well. I've talked about her in terms of just her body structure. From me, I've always said from day one, she looks to me like the perfect hurdler. I have not looked at one of our 400-meter hurdlers and thought to myself, the body type gives me 400-meter hurdler, but I've said it for Anjanette Knight. I'm not saying we don't have world class hurdlers. I'm saying that's from a body type structure, her what do you say, how rangy she is. She looks perfect for the 400-meter hurdle. So I just hope everything goes perfectly for her this season. Um, da-da-da-da-da. Where am I? Quasi, you expect another no name to spring a surprise this year? I don't know if it's from a no name. I don't think we have a no name that's gonna spring a surprise. I just think it's gonna be exciting and we're gonna see a few surprises. Oh, Lamara and the high jump. Thank you. I forgot Lamara. But yeah, so you can see Jamaica's team is really only second to America. Really, when you talk about depth, really and truly, right? And I'm talking about from an athletics, perspective. It's the Olympics clearly, and there's a gazillion sports going on. But from a track and field perspective, yeah, we're only second to America. Because I was trying to think about the other countries, but yeah, only second to America. Where am I? Our only male 400 meter what? And our 400-meter male will be better. Okay, guys. When I take into consideration what America can do over the four and what Jamaica can do over the four versus as well the 110-meter hurdles, it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. We're gonna see in and around the same times. That's my expectation. So that's why I say we pretty much match each other in that in those segments. Um, A triple jump with Jadon. Yes. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Brenna Williams, does she have enough time to implement any major improvement on the she doesn't have much time, and that is a fact because we're already in the Olympic year. It would have been great if she started this new club from the year before. But guys, guess what? When you're up against it, you will pull out something that you didn't even know you could do. And honestly, I'm just looking for her to just hold her head down and do the best she can. Whatever she comes up with, then I'll accept it. We have to understand the situation that this is a new change, a new move for her as well. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of hard work as well, hard work that we don't even understand, that these athletes will have to put in. But I'm still hopeful for her. I won't tell you that I'm not hopeful for her. I'm going to wish the best for her and hope that she can pull it off. Hope that she can pull it off, turn up to our trials and challenge. You know what I mean? That's what I am looking out for. um T, you look ravishing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love the lipstick color too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Brianna won't be ready for this year. I'm hopeful, guys. As I'm saying, I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. Think about Mary Jose Talu and when she moved over to John Smith, and just the improvements that you were able to see in a short order. And it was really in a short order for her, right? So I'm kind of using the same brush, and I'm brushing Brianna in a sense that it's the Olympic year. We have to get cracking as soon as we can, try to soak up everything we can as quick as we can. That's what I'm doing. I'm hoping for the best. If it doesn't happen, then clearly, yes, I understand. And we'll look forward to the next year. But I'm still wishing her all the best. Um, She's getting her DoorDash. Huh? Oh, we don't have that in a Jamaica. Well, at least, well, let me not say it's not in Jamaica because, child, who knows if it's in Jamaica? Not in Manchester. Um, I read a post by Paul Reed from the Jamaica Observer that Tyrese Reed. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He finished second. I talked about it. I did a video. It's in a video I did. I think it was in the same Brianna video. In the same Brianna video, I'm thinking that is why y'all should watch the videos until the end. Una stop off and cut off the video them. Una watch the whole video them so that you can get all the updates because I talked about it. So he has What is it? It's 144 something. So he has to cut it. He has to cut off another minutes. Is this minute or second, child? I don't even know when it comes to 400-meter running. But yeah, he has some time to cut off it. So yeah, not minutes, second. Did I say minutes? 1 minute 45, and then I'm saying he has a minute to cut off. Sorry. He'll be the new world record holder over the 800 meters, and then he'll be strung up, and World Athletics will be testing him for everything. But anyway, he has another second to cut off this time. Not a second. Yes, a second. Um, I'm yet to find the race. I haven't seen the race either, but I did report on it. Um, well, Talo did jump from 10.8 from a 8 to 10.87 season's best at the championship to a 10.72 just yeah, but it's not even the time that was special to me. It was her technique. Her technique just went from, you know how she usually runs towards the end of her race like she's fighting. uh, a few months later it was like a whole different Talu. I was like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So when I think about that, I have hope. um I don't think it's a question cosmic about whether or not Brianna will improve. It's a question if she has enough time to improve for this year. You know what I mean? I definitely think she will improve. I'm hopeful that it will happen this year as well. But let's see. Follow up to what you say about Talu. 1101 going into the World Championships, 1087, and at the championships, then later 1072, just like that. So I hope the same for Brianna. Right. So I'm saying I've seen it happen with Talos. I'm hoping the same will happen with Brianna. And that's a fact. I'm just hoping for the best, really. Sometimes, guys, we just gonna have to hope for the best for our athletes. You know, it won't work out sometimes, and that is just life. And we just have to keep moving, keep supporting them. But we can still hope for the best. You know, we not have to look funny all the time and I say, yo, we just not go work, you just not go work. You know what I mean? Um Not expecting much from Brianna this season. She may need some time to adjust to the program. Yeah, okay, fine, that's fair. Um, for real, nice. I'm not sure I understand. Oblique Shane and Akeem, I'm thinking for Paris. Oh gosh, I don't know, guys. I think I probably only have two out of that. To be fair, I'm leaving one slot open, and I think leaving one slot open is fair to the other guys as well. um to make it not look like I'm sidelining everybody else. You know what I mean? Um Looking forward to see Andrew Hudson this year as well. Me too. The arm action is called Stush Girl. No, that's what I said back in 2022. I said it was Stush, it was Hot Girl Running, right? So that was my opinion when I saw it back in 2022. Don't really know what to say it is other than that, but it's the same thing happening here. So I definitely think there's much more need for improvement for sure. Um I rewatched the videos, but still can't remember the specific year they took place. LOL. Oh no, man! I target years because I remember what happened. I know what happened, and I'm saving myself the pain from having to watch it again. So I ain't going. I ain't going back. I know what happened in what year. Trust me, I watch it and feel hard. I watch it probably too much. You know, guys. I don't know if you're the type of person that, like, when you're around your house, maybe doing chores, you maybe play music or whatever. I'm the type of person that I'm moving around the house, I'm playing track and field, so I'm or just rewatching races, I mean, or I'm playing music. But mostly I'll be sometimes only be watching track and field over and over and over again. I'm cooking, I'm playing track and field over and over and over again. So yeah, I'm literally soaking up track and field all the time. But when it comes to, again, moments in time that I remember visibly, Jamaica, you know, having the opportunity to medal and not medaling, me nah promise you I'm gonna go back go watch. Nah. Um Karen McMaster, yes, Karen McMaster. He was the one I was trying to remember. Alana said she had I mean this I did see him look here. From your TT Terry Dede, you know say Alana is going to be there. So look out for her. Look out for her. T, I heard you mention the 400-meter hurdles, but what about the? Of course, I said the sprint hurdles for sure, for sure. Jamaica men have something to prove. I agree. To the you and Keisha, uno can't left me out of the joke. Keisha not even answer. Keisha answer. Keisha not even. Oh, Keisha gone. I don't even see Keisha. Um. T, I love the new fresh look. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Tia had plenty of upside in the 11th one too. I agree. The 10-9 will be easier than expected. She's definitely coming on this year. I love it. Um, ET has her term. Look here, I'm gonna tell you right now, O'Shane, and I've said it over and over again. I don't like this Olympic baby talk when it comes to Elaine. I think that you damn yourself sometimes when you speak certain things into being. So me not speak Elaine as no Olympic baby into being. You know what I mean? Yes, she performs. She has performed better at the Olympic Games. You know, in prior years. Am I gonna call her an Olympic baby? No. I hope that when the World Championships rolls around, she can still do the same, and it will always continue for me. You know what I mean? I don't want to speak certain things into being. Um, Big boy to start the 4x4, and he's looking good as well. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot going on this year with the men's four, and I'm excited for it. Alana running at Miramar this week. Yeah, man. Expect. I expect it 100%. Um, Sorry guys, I haven't eaten my dinner yet. I eat so badly. Rashawn Clark won the Austin this year award at the 50. Okay, no, 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 no. Wait, who won the fifth? Oh no, that was at Bahamas. Oh yeah, I remember. They gave it to us because they felt bad. I remember because that was my immediate thought was they realized the backlash that they were gonna face and they're like, okay, let's appease Jamaica by giving them the Austin Celia Award. Stay there until it doesn't serve her well. Stay at LSU. Okay. World Cup Brianna must come. Well, not sure. Hey, Gunners boss, what's up? Um, I'm expecting Tamara Davis to be improving. I'm expecting that as well. Adeja has just committed to the University of Georgia. Yep. Didn't know which one she committed to, but I know that she'll be going as soon as this new semester starts, whenever that is for college in America. Um, da, da, da. Remember, this is a Jamaican channel, so they not high on Tamari. Oh, come on. Come on, Ronnie. Let me tell you something. I'm not Ray's take. I was over Ray the other day, and Ray only talks about Americans. I talk about the Americans. It's just that you guys are not asking me about the Americans. You know what I mean? But I talk about them. Or let's put it this way: I talk about our competition. So me, I gotta talk about them. You know what I mean? So don't go there. Do not go there. Um, you are right, Ronnie. I forgot. Look here, on about the stats. Keisha say, trust us, you really don't want to know the joke, okay? I'm impressed. Wait a minute. I'm impressed with the tech that went into the Jamaica kit. Child, I don't know what the tech is. I'm taking their word for it. It's lightweight. It fits them in the right places. Okay, great. I don't know about the extra stuff because it's not like I can see. You know what I mean? Um, but let's just hope it assists. Well, does it assist performance other than just being lightweight and not adding, making you feel uncomfortable running? I don't know. But yeah. T, how do you feel about Justin Gatlin loving our kit? Yeah, are you asking me to affirm his thoughts? I mean, guys, it doesn't matter to me what anybody else thinks. From a Jamaican perspective, I love it. That's what matters. So it matters not to, if he came out and said he hated it, good for him. It doesn't really matter to me, honestly. Can't wait to see Alana in action this weekend. Me too. Hoping for Aaron Knighton to make some noise too. Oh yes, and everybody's been talking about that relay leg. They've been saying it's Johannesque. You know when Johan ate up Tyson Gay on that third leg. So I was talking about Grant Holloway and probably trying to get himself on the team, but who knows? Maybe Aaron Knight may pounce him for a relay selection spot on their 4x1. But as it stands out now, America is really shaping up a great team. And that team ran 37, what was it, 37-6? 37-6 at the beginning of the season, guys, is ridiculous, right? It's looking like America may be able to challenge the world record this year. So Jamaica, please gear up for it. They may be able to challenge that 4x1 world record this year. If they put those pieces together right, they may be able to challenge. How is Serena Cole coming on? I would say give her another year. She has talked about her struggle with her weight. So let's give her another year to get into really what professional training is. Before we start really pushing or having too much expectations of her. But for now, I think she's a step behind the twins. Um, well, maybe not a step, maybe a couple steps. Brianna Williams is eager to do well. I think is going to work out great. Yeah, she's definitely eager to do well. So, and you know, when you're eager to do well, you're also willing to put the work in. It kind of reminds me of what Ronaldo Walker said about Elaine, right? It doesn't matter what he tells her to do. She's just ready and willing because she's eager to do well. She wants to do well, so she's not even gonna question it. Just what tell me what to do. Sure, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? So these athletes at this level, they know what it takes to get there, to make it back to an Olympic Games, to make an individual team. So them not gonna question them coach. I'm not gonna give them coach no up a bag of talking. Coach, I gonna tell them if run 150, run whatever, and they'll get to it. They're gonna tell them I expect to see the 115 XYZ time. They're gonna get to it. You understand what I'm saying? So same thing for Brianna. She knows what she needs to do and she's just gonna go out there and do it because she's hungry. And I definitely see the hunger on her face for sure. Um Ingrid Miller went to John Smith in 1998 season. Didn't know that. Ended with a 10-9-22-2 in 99 ran 10-7 and 21-7. Wow, under John Smith in one season. Um, I don't want to throw any cold water on what you just said. All right, let's put it this way. I appreciate what you just said. Brianna has experience, so she'll improve. AT improved well in a short time. She spent not okay, let's not compare Brianna with Elaine when Elaine from a technical perspective hasn't really struggled. Yes, she has start issues for sure, but for the most part, technically Elaine runs a solid 100 meters. Brianna's always had an issue over her last 40, so she has a lot more to improve on technically over the event. Osborne was getting, Elaine that has already been there, done that. So I don't think you can compare. What Brianna will be taking on is something she's never done. She's never been able to get that last 40 to be what she's wanted it to be. So we'll definitely be seeing a different Brianna. Let's put it that way. I don't think we've seen a different Elaine. It's the same Elaine. It's just that she was injured and she's getting her times back down. I don't think I've seen anything. Well, then again, her start has improved based on what I saw last year, but still, I don't think you can compare. What about Akira Nugent? As I said, Jamaica over the 100-meter hurdles will be able to match anything America will be able to do. So, yes, I'm expecting our hurdlers, Akira, Brittany, um, Daniel, what's my Megan, Karika. I'm expecting Karika to come out this year. Look out for Karika. I know I'm missing a few, but yeah, Jamaica's hurdlers are going to be awesome this year as well. Um, it's been so long since Brianna Williams' mom in the comment section. I think the last time we saw her was 2022. Karika, you're not looking. She's here, man. Every now and again you see her popping for sure. Um, Study girl running. I'm weak. What do you mean? Glenn Mills is working up something special with Oblique this year. He's going to run 9-7 for sure. Neither Kishay nor Akeem beating him at trials. I can guarantee you that. Guys, it's 3 spots. It doesn't matter who finishes is 1, 2, 3. I'll take it. I'll take it, and I'll definitely take a 9-7. You think I'm going to turn down a 9-7 from Oblique Civil? Oh, nope. As a matter of fact, I'm harboring 9-6 thoughts in my mind. Y'all know me. I'd rather push your push what I expect you to do way up there than underestimate you. I'm not into underestimating people. You know what I mean? Um, there's a running game online, and level 1 is the little girls running stush, and that's how Brianna run for real. All right, it's stush running, I guess. T, I watched the trap meets from the 80s. Oh, I don't think I go that far back. I won't tell you that I go that far back. Like if I have a reason, like if something is in my mind, I'll go back and I'll check something out. But I won't say I go back to those years. It's enough trying to catch up with even like just champs on a general basis. Like a lot of champs races, like I've watched them in the moment and I enjoy them in the moment, but then I tend to forget them right after. It's weird. I'm hoping to see Brianna Anderson back at her best this season. Me too. Still sad about her season last year. Guys, it's just life. I'm glad that she'll be back for the Olympic year. She and Omar look like they're killing it. Them look right. I'm just waiting to see them come out on the hurdles. You know what I mean? What are your men's thoughts for the men's for the 200 meters? I think Oblique can get down. I think I said it in a video. Oblique can get down to 19.7, 19.6. Would he be doubling though at the Olympic Games? I don't know. We have to take into consideration each athlete's based on their past history in terms of injury concerns. Would Glenn Mills want him to be doing both events? I don't know. I think though if he does take on two at the trials, he can run a 19.7 / a 19.6. I think that would be probably our fastest time, and I do expect to see Andrew Hudson in the conversation someplace. Everybody else, I think, will be someplace around 20 seconds. I think though that they'll be within the qualification for heading to the Paris Olympic Games. So I think they'll meet the standard. I just don't think they passed first round in based on a 20-second run, if you get what I'm saying. But I expect Andrew and both Oblique to be sub 20. Um da, da, da. Jeff Coolner, man. Yes, Roshan. One. Honestly, I thought they would have given it to Demi. No, let me tell you, say something that them do. They were trying to appease Jamaica with all of the nonsense with them do, and I'm say, all right, I could give them the Aston Sealy. And I said, they open foolish, so them I do. Karika Hill could open doors sooner than what? Could Well, from last year, I was expecting Karika to be actually, if she didn't get injured, I called her to be part of the team. So true, she picked up the injury. So I mean, I know how the maga dice it. It's three and it's more than three good athletes. So I'm excited. The kit has vibranium in it that will enhance our athletes' performances. Is that legal? I'm just asking, cause that sounds like some Superman thing. Is vibranium? Wait a minute. But I watch too much anime sometimes, so who knows if vibranium is a real thing? But I know I hear it a lot in like in anime. Um, it's fictional. Me no say fictional. Come on, I don't know who you're playing with. Watch too much anime, man. Hey Charlene, what's up? When the world relays and how is the team chosen? The team is chosen by who really wants to go. So there's no real let me select da 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 da. No, who wants to go goes, right? Not everybody is gonna want to go, and Jamaica just needs to accept the reality that, or Jamaicans need to accept the reality that this is an Olympic year. I doubt it that many of the big stars will be going, and if they go, them not gonna get what you expect. You know what I mean? Cause nobody not gonna go nowhere if you potentially get injured. So I'm just putting that out there. Um, it's oh crap. I think I jumped. Where am I? When the word I read it already. It is said that the kit will allow our athletes to shave off 1 second off their Look here, you know what 1 second is in a 100 meters? What do you mean 1 second? Look here, any of that was possible, then ban that they suit there. Long time. May I ask you? I realized that Akira actually competed in the same meet. I think I saw her on the really way back with 11-3. You sure? She wasn't that Texas relays on a relay leg. I'm sure when I was watching the one of the playbacks, it was either the 4x4 or the 4x2. Me swear I see Akira running at the background. Maybe some of that looked like Akira. But anyway, I didn't know. Um it was a video as I was and I saw her name, but I was surprised that I couldn't. None of us probably did. I didn't know. If you didn't say, I wouldn't have noticed at all. I'm gonna have to go back and look. What did you think about Akira in the same 100 meter as Gabby ran? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because where Brianna run is different from where Gabby ran. And it's also different. Oh, is the same Texas relay as Gabby? Where did Gabby run? Same Texas relays? I'm gonna have to go back and watch because I didn't see her. I see Oblique going 19.8 if he takes the 200 meters seriously. Okay, I think Serena Cole will be fine. Think the transformation of Christina. Okay, I don't. All right, of Christina Williams after she left early now, and the physical change was amazing in terms of body weight, which is why I'm saying give her a year. But let's see. Oh, the lady for the 4x1. Um, we have a few collegiates that I'm expecting to be on the team. Um, for sure. And depending on what Lene does, I'm still waiting to see what Lene is gonna do. So that's a thing as well. So let's see. Um, don't know you watch anime. Yeah, I watch. Well, let me just, and I don't want to turn this into an anime thing, but a lot of the anime now that they're releasing as anime from a Japanese perspective, I actually read those as manga. That was way before they were trying to search around for everything now to animate. Back then they weren't animating everything, so you pretty much had to read them. So I read most of the things as manga. So no, I don't go back and watch nothing, because I've already read them. No, I actually watch a lot of Chinese anime. I think that's where my thing is now. But yeah, I watch a lot of that. So yeah, because I've already read most, if not all, of the Japanese anime. And it's sometimes it's the same storyline too. Like they do it over and over and over again. It gets tiring. The Chinese ones now, I love cultivation, so cultivation is interesting to me. So yeah. Um I think Serena, where am I? Oh sorry. Vibranium no real. Oh no, I know. I'm just saying. Hey Carl, what's up? Um, the vibranium is the black, green, and gold. Puma Super Spike will have a vibranium plate. Nike will. I tell you, I tell you, boy. Um, that is classic. Wakanda forever. It's Black Panther tea. Oh, a Black Panther had the vibranium. Oh, I'm sorry. What's the one? What's the one that Superman is? The Superman one. What's that one called? On a vibranium. Akira was at the Texas relays and finished about fifth with. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to rewatch the race because I didn't know she was in it. I'm glad you guys pointed it out to me. Um. Let's see. It was Texas. Oh, yeah. Saw it too. You have a little nerd in you. Yeah, I would say that. Um. Um. You got that right. Wouldn't you all love to see a 4x1 matchup, Elite versus MVP on other clubs? Elaine Kemba, Karika Shelley, Tia Natasha. Oh, I've never thought about that. Actually, that would be cool to see. I'd love to see that top general. Manga T, I'm impressed. Yeah, and I'm actually reading a lot of manhwa too. The Koreans, yes. So like again, and that's part of the reason probably why I don't watch a lot of anime from a Korean perspective as well, because I've read them. You know what I mean? And the thing about the Korean ones is that they color them in, so it's like it gives you the full experience anyway. Um, most people that watch anime are whatever or whatever. Oh, really? No. Oh, Krypton. Okay, yeah. Lane 2 for Akira. Okay, sure, I will. And Krumi is fit. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. If you don't have anything else to say, we are going to say good night. It's been a fun live. I have to say, I've had fun. I'm back in my bag. I feel like I actually enjoy lives over regular standalone videos because I just feel like I get to chat my face off all the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, he would know. LOL. I didn't know that. I've never heard people say that in my life. Actually, I don't know any people that are like that like anime. I don't know anybody that's like that that likes anime. You may say they're nerdy, but they certainly aren't interested in the opposite sex. That's for sure. No, sorry, the same sex. That's for sure. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, guys. Let me know. Let me know what's up. Let me know what's up. Is this it? Is this a good night? Boy, if I come in with the Spanish, didn't pay attention in that class at all. Actually, I probably wasn't even in the class. I was probably sitting down outside. I didn't know we met him. Ah, lovely show, Thee. Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. It was great tonight. As usual, we do this once a week on Wednesdays. If there's any impromptu lives, then sure, it will happen, but for sure once a week. Over the weekend, just look for those videos that I will be pumping out for results based on what happens. I'm expecting an exciting weekend of just professional athletes turning up and running. A lot of professional athletes come out and run this weekend, so I'm looking forward to it. We saw a lot of them run over the weekend gone, but it was mainly relays. So I'm excited to see what will happen when they start running their preferred individual event. So it will be interesting for that. And of course, you know where to find the updates, right? On TXT Track Time. So yeah, look out for me there. Did you hear about the information regarding the new track? Something about it being was it duel? I don't understand. Yes, yes, this was a good live session. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I appreciate it. I don't know what that means. Jordan, what about which new track? Wait, new information regarding track. Huh? Something involving Mike. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, will they will first introduce it to Jamaica? Okay. Well, I mean, from its track and field, clearly Jamaica has to be involved in one way or fashion, one way or another. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that. I didn't know. I'll probably have to jump over on X and start doing some more reading. If you have a link on it, you can drop it in the comments, please, so that I can go and take a look at it right after I'm finished this. I'd appreciate it. So that I can read up more on it. So that I can be better prepared to answer any questions about it because I didn't even know. I knew they were coming up with something. I just didn't know that they've reached, deciding, when to start doing stuff, you know what I mean, and how it would work, right? So yeah. Drop the link for me, please, Jordan. I'd appreciate it. In September. Where did you read it? Guys, before you go, because I see a few of you leaving, please remember to hit the like. Please remember to hit the like. Don't leave before hitting the like button. All right, Jordan, not answer me. All right, cool, no problem. Guys, with that said, I'll catch you guys for the videos to come. Site and X as well. All right, no problem. I'll just search up Michael Johnson. I'm sure I will see it. I appreciate you guys coming on, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Guys, please remember when you put out the video, watch the whole video. Because sometimes there's other stuff going on in the videos as well. So please remember to make sure that you watch every aspect of the video. It doesn't matter if you don't agree. You can always tell me in the comment section, and I'm not afraid to tell me all the while and not tell me so I don't agree. So that's cool. Just watch the whole video. Also remember to like the videos as well. I'm seeing somebody saying 16 likes. I don't think that's right. I'm seeing 180 here. Great. So guys, hit up the like button before no left. I appreciate it. Mwah. Bye guys. Bye Damari. Bye Jordan. Bye Dondino. Bye Jev. Bye Nick's Queen. Nick's Jamaican Queen. By Michael. I'm just calling out some names that I'm seeing here. By Keisha. By Damari. By Alex. By Mighty Machines. By Michael Jordan again. Michael Gordon, sorry. Yeah, so all right, guys. That's it. Later, Jeff. Later, Trevor. Mwah. Later, guys.